Hello.
Oh my god. Hello.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Hello, my friends.
Hello.
Hello again.
Hello again.
Hello.
Everybody. Welcome to the first session outside of the DriveThruRPG of Fate Days Lost. There's like a slash in between as well. Like, you know.
I thought it was Fate Last Days.
That was just for yours. That was just for your backstory.
Oh, man.
But yes, we are back. We are
Because
going.
it was your last days, you see.
Yeah, it was your last days.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
A very intentional thing is very clever.
Oh yeah.
Is he fired?
We are going to jump in just a moment to the game. All 5 of our peeps are now here for the first time. They've never met each other in their lives. We are very happy to have all of them in the same room. First off, just to get everybody sort of situated with things. This is our first game that we have had Lynn in that I've DM'd at the very least. So I'm very happy and very excited for that to go down. We obviously have the returning crew, 3 of them from Zelda. They work very well together. They have very nice chemistry. And of course, it is the return of good boy Nightshade from the Avatar game. So this group's looking fun. Yeah.
Very excited.
Very excited.
Hello, I'm Lynn, the actually not a chotnot.
Not a what?
A chat not?
What's a chat
You mean a
not?
chatbot?
Oh, chatbot.
Oh.
Well,
Good. I think it's funny
Well
that
then.
I think it's funny that the voice couldn't say chatbot. That's actually very funny.
A real chatbot would have got that right.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
But yes, we are going to jump in here. Still alive. Thank you for the $60. Celebrating the start of the new campaign dedicated to new arrival Lynn. Hope you have fun here. We will give Lynn their new karma card, which again, we will talk about in a second, but some things are still not being used as of right now.
This
But we will
was a
talk about
triumph.
that in a bit. Do. Let's go ahead and jump into the room. My guys, look at you all. Look at them. All your stuff's on you. Some of you guys may notice you have some new little blue Doritos over on your sheets. Those are fun. You guys may also notice that some of you have stat tokens, stat points. Those are also fun. And of course, there's a bunch of dices and a bunch of things, including this extra karma card that we're going to give to Lynn right now. Bloop. Very fun, very good. Everyone, we are here to start for the next 3 games. Whenever we look over at your stats, for example, Nikolai's. I don't know why I zoomed into Nikolai's, because it's just going to remind me of the fact that I forgot to change his thing again. Nikolai's has 4 power, 2 ability, 1 technique, -3 focus, 1 resistance, 0 willpower, 0 instinct, 1 experience, 3 demeanor, 0 negotiation. For the next
Guns
3
are
games.
for pussies.
For the next 3 games, if Nightshade ever has any problems with these stats, he can freely move them around as much as he wants, and we will basically have a leeway period. By the time the 3rd game happens, maybe we just go completely out of power and go into negotiation. I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen, but we'll see. Similar thing to Michael. Michael also has their stats going on the same way. But as we saw, whenever Michael and Nikolai did their stats, their 2 highest being power and technique respectively, we were able to add little pluses over here onto Stray's sheet. We were able to give Stray a plus in their strength and an additional plus in their agility. Very fun, very good. You may notice that Stray also has the same amount of points as everybody else. other than the 2 or the 4 extra he would have gotten from the 2 circles that he drew. Each of these little purple circles giving you 2 stat points to associate things with. But we also gave the same things over to the others. As we look over at Ami, Ami has changed up their stats. Ami, I need to ask you in this point in time if you want to go into negatives in any of your stats. You can go up to 3 points in the negative, at which point I will give you 3 more points. That is up to you. Think on it as you wish. The same question will be given to Miru. If you'd like to go negatives in anything, let me know and I will give you 3
I've been
extra
looking
points.
for the explainer on what they all do.
Yeah,
Of course.
that's what I want to know.
Of course. We went over this whenever we were doing things with the other 2. But essentially, do not listen to any of this, Stray. This is not for your stats. But essentially, power is your strength. Ability is your damaging magic. Essentially, how powerful your magic will be. Technique is your ability to be sort of quick hands sort of thing, your ability to be do more technical things, which could essentially also mean certain magics and things as well. Your focus is your ability to hit things from afar. So again, if you use like ranged magic, that would be something that would come in handy, but also anything like bows and arrows, guns, things of that nature. It's also your seeing stuff stat. Focus is a very important stat. These 4 stats at the top, power, agility, technique, focus, are all your damaging stats. They're also the stats you use to hit things. Resistance and willpower are your 2 stats that are just for defense. Your resistance obviously is your resistance to physical things, as well as potentially like physical ailments, such as getting injured or things of that nature. And your willpower are for things such as any sort of mental impairments that may happen. They also give you more into your ode, your health bar, your health and shield that you have up here. The more you have into these stats, every point you get 5 more onto your ode. This means you can have higher shields or higher HP and different things of that nature. We're not going to worry about your ode until we get to game 3. That way, once we are finalized with stats, I can just throw them all onto you. But that is essentially where that would belong. Your instinct and experience, these are your AC stats. If you have any 2 points between them, such as if you have 1 point in instinct and 1 in experience, you will get 1 AC added onto your total AC. They're also for things such as recalling memory for experience sake, recalling any sort of information that you may have noticed or seen in the past. Whereas instinct is more reactive. It's more, do you notice something as it's happening? Do you see like something happen around you, or do you just feel something is off? Finally, the bottom 2 stats are demeanor and negotiation. These are your social stats. Demeanor is how you hold yourself. If you are pretty, you can also say that it's a pretty stat. It is mostly how things see you. It's also how you would interact with animals and the like. Negotiation is more how you would interact with people. It's more how you would talk somebody down or try to convince somebody of something. Or again, sort of the lying stat as well. If you want to lie to somebody, it's usually negotiation over demeanor. Basically things of that nature. And again, when it comes to your stuff, we can change any of these as we go through. But if you want to go in the negatives or anything, you can. The maximum thing you can have in any one stat currently is 4. You cannot go any higher than 4. While you guys are choosing your things, we'll go over here to Stray. What's up, Stray?
So if I'm not using attack mage craft, ability isn't impactful.
Ability probably is not that impactful. That being said, it's also sort of just like general magic power. So like if you were to like be like wanting to show off your magic, or like somebody were to go over to you and be like, oh man, what like I can sense powerful magic, it would be your ability. That is more of like the how sort of much are you able to push into something, how much are you able to flex your magic as well. But yeah, it's mostly for offensive magics like fireball, you know. But yeah, Stray, as we go over to your stuff, you may notice you have 7 stats. You also have 7 stats over in the other side. That's pretty interesting. one of those stats are doubled. I think all of them are actually doubled. They're all doubled. What am I talking about? On your left side, we've already mentioned, are your stats grades. They're ranks. Depending on what rank you are, when you go up against something else that have ranks, we will give you pluses or minuses to your roll depending on things. Also with that, if you go up against somebody that is too far beyond you in a certain thing, like if you are to get into a magic battle with a caster and they have S rank and you have E rank, I'm probably not gonna have you roll shit against that. But if it's closer, then we will. That being said, you are not going to be able to go into negatives on any of your stats. You are different in that aspect. When it comes to your stats, you can leave any of them out of the way as you like, but once you get to your maximum in any given stat, which for you currently is going to be 6, if you get to any maximum that you have in your stat, we are then instead going to take that maximum and then we're going to half it. So for example, if you decide to go into 6 strength, you can tell me, hey, I've maxed out my strength. Can I then go up a grade? And I'll be like, sure, dude, you can go up a grade. We then turn your strength into a D rank and we half your stat. So your then stat goes to a 3, but you have a D rank strength. So you technically have gone higher than where you currently were. That being said, at that point, your maximum goes up more. So your next maximum you would have to hit would be like, again, 8 or anything like that. You are going to be getting stats like crazy. Everybody else is going to have stats every now and then. You are going to be getting stats all the time, from battles, from getting items and objects, and generally just from these guys wanting to give you stats. You are going to be getting probably on average at least a stat a game. That's just how things are going to go there. That being said, you are also dependent on that. If you do not have a lot of magic going on with you, or you use up a lot of your magic in a given time, I may decide to give you some penalties, especially to your health and your shield. That being said, we don't have to really worry about that too much in the next few games, so we're not going to worry about your maximum shield or your health either. But your strength is your power. It's how you will use your powerful phantasms that you get, such as swords, cleavers, axes, things of that like. It's also how you are going to be able to move things and go through things. One of your forms, unfortunately, will be mostly relying on that for any kind of damage, but you don't have to worry about that too much. Your agility is going to be your probably main stat, since that is how you are going to be able to use your bow. That being said, we could potentially go into other things later. You don't have to use your bow all the time. You're going to be getting other phantasms to work with. But that is going to be your sort of bread and butter. It is currently your strongest stat. It's also going to determine your speed, and again, your sort of quickness as far as like your reflexes and things are concerned. Your magic is, of course, how you will be able to work with not only spells, but other magical things. If you are put in a position where you see something magical in front of you, we would roll for your magic for almost like an experience check for you, because the Grail would have given you some information on magic and some information on other things. Also, you're from an age of magic. You understand magic more than a lot of other things would understand magic. Your luck is your current worst stat. For obvious reasons, yeah. I think.
If you told me like you can't go negative except for that, I'd have been like, yeah, that makes sense.
You're kind of already. There is no F rank usually. You're kind of already in the negatives. That being said, that means it's a very easy one for you to level up. That's good. For example, you'd only need to put 4 points into your luck to make it go from F to E. That's pretty neat.
Cool.
That being said, that is going to be your luck rolls. That's going to be mostly a defensive stat for you. If you're for some reason going up against Kukulane and he tries to stab you with Gabolg, you're probably dead.
I'm out.
Luckily, he didn't get summoned into this war, so it's fine. Your defense, pretty obviously your defense. You have a decent amount of that currently with your plus. I can't remember how you got that, but we're just going to keep going with. I think that might have been the one you got in your own thing, right?
For the agility, you mean?
No, for your defense, the plus.
Oh yeah, I think I got a plus in my defense.
Yeah. So that's good. That is mainly going to be how your health and things are concerned. The more points you get into your defense, just like the others, I will give you more maximum health. Your shield, potentially a different story that's more tied to your magic, but we'll talk to that later. And finally, your charisma. This is your social stat. This is how you are going to be going about. This is look at me. I am cute deer. Don't you love me? Listen to what I say. Or, you know, just how you hold yourself, how you show yourself to people, and your ability to talk to them. There is one more stat though. That is your phantasm. Your phantasm stat, your phantasm rank is going to be the sort of wild card stat that you have. I'm going to have you roll phantasm occasionally whenever you see new items. I'm going to have you roll phantasm occasionally whenever you see new abilities being used on you. But more than anything, stuff like your arrows, for example, which are non-replenishable, whenever you fire things like that, they become broken phantasms. Whatever your stat in phantasm is going to be what I end up increasing your attack by. So let's say you are a D rank in agility, you fire one of those arrows that are non-replenishable, it turns into a broken phantasm, and you have an E rank in phantasm, I would probably up that agility roll from a D++ to a C++. Your phantasm is going to determine how you break those limits. It is also going to be the easiest stat for you to level up.
Okay.
Because it is not going to go up as you go through things. So it is always going to be 6. You put 6 points in phantasm, you can go up again. The next one, 6 again. You put 6 in it, it goes up again. Because it is going to be very situational of a stat, but it's very important.
Okay.
I might also give you stats or give you ranks or give you things after you defeat potentially other servants, or you go through a big challenge, or again, somebody finds some way to give you a humongous burst of magic all at once. Things of that nature.
Okay.
But currently you have just as much as the others had. You have your 7 plus your 4 extra that you have here. So you can put those wherever you want. Your current max for everything except for luck is 6. Your max for luck is currently 4.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Going to the other two, do you guys have any want to go into negatives?
Just a reiteration. What's instinct again?
Instinct is going to be your seeing, like your reactive seeing things. Like if something happens in the corner of your eye, you would see it. Or if there's like a random like feeling, like if something is about to attack you, you may get a bit of a feeling beforehand. Or if like something magical is around that you're not actively searching for, you may be able to run across it. Things of that nature. It's sort of like a thing like that, like your instinct. Again, okay. I said like your instinct. It's more like an insight. It's more like a whoa, that, you know, that kind of thing. Okay. I feel like that's going to be a somewhat important stat for you. That being said, focus could also work for that.
Well, I'm thinking of taking a negative in negotiation.
You can have up to 3 negatives.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with ability being neutral. But I think I'm down for a negative in negotiation. Okay.
2.
Mira's reasons negative for being as blunt as she is.
2. Would you like to have any more negatives in negotiation? You can have up to 3.
I don't. She's blunt, not crass. So I will keep it at the 1 for. I'll keep it at the 1 for now.
The reason I bring it up is if you don't plan on having your negotiation go up, a lot of the time when you have a negative, you could just tell me you're not going to roll it. Like it isn't going to be like your demeanor is more going to be how people would see, like if you're crass or something. That's going to be how you hold yourself. Your negotiation, obviously, you can be bad at talking to people. That's one reason why I bring it up. You don't have to go into more negatives. I'm just letting you know that if you plan on putting stuff into your negotiation later, then probably having a -1 is fine.
Yeah, I'll keep it as a -1 and see how things go.
Okay. And again, anytime before the 3rd game, you can change your mind.
Yeah.
Ami, do you have any negatives you want to do?
On my end, would parkour stuff be power or technique?
Parkour would probably be technique. That would be definitely in the technique side of things. I could also technically see instinct working somewhat well into that, but mostly technique.
All right, I'll take a -1 ability for now.
Boop, boop. There you go. Move the -2 ability, and you get 1 technique. All right. And the two of you, Nikolai and Michael, do you guys have any changes you want to make from your story?
Not at this time.
Okay.
Not that I can think of.
We're good with these stats for today's game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I have given you guys all of the things that you had gotten from your squares that you unlocked, other than your stuff for your gauge. The last thing I want to go over with you guys is each of you are going to be gaining 1 new AP color. So looking at Nikolai, for example, you guys have the red, blue, and green. These are going to be about how you feel yourself as far as how you are sort of just as a player, as a fighter, or, you know, as like something else. So the main thing I would like to ask each of you whenever I go to each of you is if you feel like you are going to be more of a physical fighter, magical fighter, or a dodgy bean who wants to get out of the way. And I will give you guys 1 extra AP to go with that. You may also notice there are some white APs. These are temporary ones. These are once you use them in a game. We're going to go over these again on around the 3rd-ish game whenever there potentially might be combat. But they will be things you can do on your round. They will let you basically bypass your limits, and then you can use these, and then they're spent for the round. They're spent for that combat. They'll come back at the end of the combat. Nikolai, for example, with you, I would probably assume you want to get an extra red AP. That is going to be a lot more smashing things, hitting people. Am I correct in that?
You would be correct, yes.
Okay, so you were going to start off with 2 red AP, 1 blue AP, which is going to be more for casting spells and things, and 1 green AP, which again is going to be more for dodging or movement sort of things.
Okay.
I will go to Michael. Do you think you're going to be more of a punchy, slashy murder boy, or do you think you're going to be more of a casty, spelly, spirity boy, or do you think that you're going to be more of a get out of town boy? You are the one that knows these the most, so I don't have to go over them much with you.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think because the first stepping stone is the roughest one. I think I kind of want to do a little more things on the magic side. It's going to end up hybrid, but
obviously, you guys are going to end up getting around the same levels as everything. This is just for your start. So you're going to have 2 blue AP, 1 red AP, and 1 green AP starting off. You may also notice you have less white AP than Nightshade. That is because you did not get a extra AP from your stat things, from your squares.
I figured.
Yeah, Nightshade got 2. That's why Nightshade has 2 more. We're going to move over to Stray. I will pose the same question to you. That being said, when it comes to your stuff, you are kind of all around where things are right now. The one thing you don't really do a lot of currently is magic stuff. Would you like to have an extra red AP for hitting people, or an extra green AP for movement on the map?
I mean, he's a hunter, so probably. I mean, fuck, either one works. I'll go red.
Okay. 2. You will also have a little bit of extra do punchies, slashy, hit people good. Ami, I'm decently sure I know what you're gonna want. Yes. That is definitely the parkour AP. So there you go. Green AP also does have a finite amount you guys are gonna get by the end of it. You will be getting less green AP than the other APs. That being said, everybody's gonna end up with the same, so it doesn't matter. And finally, Miru. Do you think you're going to be casting spells more? Do you think you're going to be moving around the map more? Or do you think you're going to be punching people with your punchers more?
I feel like she'd be she'd be on the fence, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
She's not really going one way or the other. She just kind of does a bit of both.
You could go for green at that point then. Green is going to be helpful in getting you around the map better. You wouldn't have to worry too much about focusing on either hitting or magic casting. And again, any of these things can change within the 3 games.
I really don't know. I really don't know. I just don't think she leans anywhere. She's just so in between.
We will give you a green for now then, because we're not really going to be probably using these much right now. And again, we can change that out at any time before the end of these three games. And if you feel that if we ever do get into combat, if you feel like you are limited by having 2 greens, we'll switch you over. That being said, everyone has their things. Everyone has their inspirations. Basically, the dice you have here, they have 3 different sides. They have the +1, the +2, and then they have the nothing. If you ever roll a nothing on these dice, you just keep the dice. If you ever roll a 1 or a 2, that adds a +1 or a +2 to your roll. You can use up to 3 total dice on any one given roll. That means you can use 3 of your inspiration dice, which are currently called a Woundedy dice. You guys can change the names of those if you would like to. Or you can use the +- dice. You can do one of those 2 things, or up to 3 of each of those things, not anymore. That being said, are there any questions before we move into the actual game?
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
All right. Good talk, everybody.
And break.
Good
And
talk.
break.
Yeah.
Everybody, I would like to ask, starting with Stray, what happened last time?
You mean? Okay.
For your game.
Okay, I was about to say which last time.
For your game.
Yeah.
There was a dude. He was alive once, and he was a hunter with Artemis, and they're hunters, and they were heckin' hunting some stuff, and there was a prank that happened that went horribly wrong. Their friend Saproides was like, "Hey, you should go take a bath," and he was like, "Cool. Isn't the one that's super not cool being seen naked still there?" And she's like, "Nah." And he was like, "Okay, cool. I believe you." Despite how incredibly sus you were. Yeah, then he went there, and she was like, "Oh man, super not cool with people seeing me naked. You really fucked up." And he was like, "I'm sorry." And then she was like, "I'm going to turn you into a deer and we're going to eat you." And then he was like, "Well, fuck." And he ran away. And then his dogs chased him and they ate him. And that was sad.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Well, you don't like my stellar
No,
recap?
no, you're great.
And then he was like in a void or something, and something was like talking to him, and it was like, "Hey, do you have like a wish that you want granted?" And he was like, yeah." And then it was like, "Cool," and it fucking brought him back to life. It's in the modern age, thousands of years in the future. And there was a lady in a church where he appeared, and she was like real tired, from doing a summoning, from summoning a deer from the ancient past. And fucking they talked for a bit about like there's a war happening, and it's not going how it should. A lot of people that were her friends died. Her master died. And she's like, I want to avenge him. And heckin' my boy was like, yeah, cool. We can work together and set things right. And then she told him that her name was Scheherazade, not ruler actually. And she told him that like you have to go out and like hunt different like targets or something, right? Like then wasn't that what the
You have
was?
a few
Yeah.
targets out there. You have 5 targets to go and hit around the mountain where you guys are currently at, and you can return whenever you and the guests that appear will go and do those things.
Yeah, and that's where we ended off with him contemplating the fucking bullshit that he literally just went through from his perspective, and then going to do that.
Okay, I'm gonna go process some things. All right, good job. Nikolai or Michael, could one of you tell me what happened in your game?
Right, well. You want to do it, Nightshade,
Love
or
you to.
am I the one to do it?
We can go from both sides. At least for like
Oh,
from what
You start.
all right. So last time on the Dragon
I
Ball
knew you were gonna
Z,
it's just Dragon Ball right now. There's no Z yet.
there is no Z. That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Last time on Dragon Balls, I had wanted to be what was it?
A Templar.
Not Pal. Yeah, I wanted to be Templar, so I wanted to steal armor. I mean, there was much more backstory to that, but it is not important. The important part is I get to the armor, I take armor, I steal armor, I find no friend. We go through maze. Maze is bed, and we get to end. I see dead men. We see dead men. I pray for dead men. We get out of maze, and now we're in church. Easy peasy.
Yeah, that's good.
Renyat.
Michael, do you have anything to add?
It all would have gone off without a single hitch if this beat jackass didn't get there before me. Unbelievable.
Okay.
But
I love you too.
no. So my reason for going into steal shit in the first place was that I kind of got tired of this whole circus, so I decided to pack my shit and go back home. But it's never that easy, is it?
Yep. When you got there, the area seemed like it was destroyed, and apparently it'd been quite a long time since you had left the Vatican. Do you remember how long it was for you guys to have apparently made it back to this place?
It was just like a month.
It's like, yeah.
I believe. I can't remember the exact number.
I do not know, nor do I care. We are here now.
We're here now. That's all that matters.
You don't understand the implications of the things you've done, huh?
I do not know what time is.
That's not my question.
So, Ami and Miru, do you guys have anything you want to tell us about last time? About the last game?
I'll give Lynn time just in case she wrote a recap because it's
I'm
very
talking
like
from where
Lynn.
mine started.
Okay, so we should do
Okay.
Miru first.
So we started with heckin' Miru, who lives in her big fancy house, just going through the motions of every day, tired and heckin' just vibing, and the town is also heckin' just vibing, but then she's like, you're vibing too much for even me, but that's kind of weird. It's been like this for a while now. And on her way out of the convenience store, she met a guy who was really, really happy to see her bike. And they had a conversation about the bike for a little bit. And as he walked off, she was like, I don't remember when the last time was that I had a conversation with somebody. That's weird. Either way, probably nothing crazy. So then she went to the library and took out the first volume of Dragon Ball. Because, you know, you got to go to the library and catch up on your reading. Yeah. And this is a new series that just came out. And, you know, she remembered that on their way to the library, she saw some heckin' things going on about like the sounds of kids and stuff, and she was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the park. And she could have sworn she saw someone walking off with a kid to the park, and instead she finds that weird guy again who really liked her bike. And he seemed to be pretty interested in the fact that, oh, you saw kids? She's like, yeah, you haven't seen kids in a while, so it means that there's still some kids in this city. That's kind of cool. And he's like, oh, wow, that is kind of weird. What's your name? And she was like, my name is He Was Gone. And then she was like, well, this book ain't gonna read itself.
Very true, very true. Is there anything we'd like to pick up on there, Ami?
So I went to the store, as one does, to acquire a box. I then heard a kid making noise and was like, that's weird, so I checked it out. Turned out there was a big black guy, as in literally made of darkness. Don't be weird, being all well, you're a bit too old for me, but hey, get in the bag. Which, you know, that's real forward, and also I, reasonably, said no in the form of an arrow to the chest, but being he clearly has rejection issues, I then skedaddled. But turned out he was deathly afraid of snakes, so when a little gardener hissed, he bailed. Also the snake could understand me, so that was the time. Wanted me to go to the park, so I did. To my surprise, there was a tall chick there who recognized me. She is now my best friend. We had popsicles, it was great. Then some dude showed up acting all suave, which is how you know he has no game. Turned out he was the snake before, the little one, small. So after having a light-hearted conversation and hitting him for 9,999 psychic damage, he asked a favor, and we said, sure.
Great.
That's what I typed up so far.
Do you want to take over the rest, Miru?
He asked us for a favor about going to check out, because it turns out that there's some stuff going on, and that person that's been looking for kids is someone by the name of Sackman. He takes kids and he shows them his sack, and then he goes off. And Miru was like, that sounds like something you call the police for, not just two girls you randomly met in the park, but like, pop off, King, I guess. So he was like, nope, I gotta do something about the sack man. And it's like, an undercover cop, I understand. And he said, we gotta go to that under the bridge fucking hobo gathering over there. That's where I think they're probably gonna be. And heckin' that you gotta help me, because the sack man is hard to hit. But if you guys can draw him out for a little bit, I can heckin' hit him. And Miru and Ami was like, okay, we'll make our way there. And they zoomed all the way over on Miru's heckin' bicycle, and heckin' started taking this Sackman assassin very seriously. You see, this was a very serious issue, and they came into it with the amount of seriousness that you expect with weird magical mumbo jumbo and something called assassin.
Of course.
You know, only the most serious. Miru ripped up Dragon Ball to make talismans. Not only the last couple pages, so really just like the little ads that are in the back of the book. it kind of worked. We saw some kid spirits. She cleansed some of them for a little bit, and made Sackman's sack regress just a little bit. Kind of like when it gets too cold. It is kind of late fall.
Nobody that doesn't matter anyway, right?
Yeah. You know, it is, you know, coming up on winter, so you know that sack's gonna recede a little bit. We noticed there was a bounded field, and Mr. Snake Man, Mr. Cocoa Man, was like, hey, you got to do something about that bounded field, or else you're not going to be able to draw him out, and I need you to do that so I can hit him, you know. And they're like, oh yeah, you're right. So we did that. We did some shooting. We did some holding a lighter up against it. We did some stabbing. And we did that. Coco was able to do his snake meha, and the Sackman, at least this iteration of the Sackman, was arrested and taken to prison and is a registered sex offender. And
Your pedophilia looks strong. How about I fight it? Says Goku.
And heckin', the power of Goku fucking cleansing the Sackman. That is a sentence. But as we were, you know, relishing our little bit of victory, Mr. Coco Snake Man was like, okay, so I'm gonna need you to hear me out. You guys took this so seriously that I know you want to celebrate, but I need you guys to go to the church. Please take this seriously, like you've been taking it seriously this whole time. Because as you need to understand, this wasn't the overarching Sackman. There's a whole bunch of Sackmans, a Sack-society, as you'd say, of sex offenders. And you know, we need to take them down. He used to kind of be a friend of mine, but then I actually understood what he meant by his sack, and you know, I couldn't jive with that anymore. I have standards.
You know, I just hate that we live in a society.
It's just that thing of like, you know, I had to draw the line. He shows his sack, I show my snake. It's just, some things just aren't meant to mix. And, you know, just go to the church. You can do anything else afterwards, but just please go to the church. Please take this seriously, please. And the girls were like, you know what? Okay, you're right. We have been taking this. We need to take this seriously. So Miru and Ami hopped on their funny bike and made their way to the church, wondering why is it that we have to go there? But after all, we did engage in a little bit of Buddhism. Why not let a little bit of Christianity in too? Let's go see Jesus.
Exactly.
But they are having hot pot after this.
I will 100% reiterate something that I said at the end of last stream. I did not expect that game to go the way it did. I did not expect to have to play Coco like that. But hey,
Sack-society.
that is also very true. There was a couple of things I didn't do before we started things off today. So first off, that we did get another $25 donation from Han, Daddy Han, and said to the party. So I gave each of you 3 more Wounded Inspirations. You guys all have more Woundedies. You have more Woospirations there. Not only that, I did forget to give Stray their pluses.
Oh yeah.
So one thing I will do is, because Ami has a +4 into their focus, I guess that means you get your final plus in your agility.
Oh hell yeah.
You can have up to 3
also,
pluses.
Did we find out where Stray cheated out that 5th inventory slot?
I don't think we did, no.
Cheated,
we
what?
never will.
For some reason, I think you have 1 extra blank space open, and I don't know why, but we're gonna ignore it for now.
You gave me an extra one at the end of the thing for.
Well,
the
there
combat.
we go. We figured it out.
for the quote unquote combat.
We weren't supposed to know.
We figured it out. We did it. I'll probably give everybody 1 then for that, since everybody else did a combat and I didn't do it for them.
Yeah, they had arguably more of one than I did.
And that being said, because there's just a bunch of +2s going on over here with Miru, they do have +2 in technique, +2 in willpower, +2 in experience, +2 demeanor. I would say that we could probably go for the willpower experience angle, and I'm going to give you your plus. This time you're going to get your final plus, at least your current final plus, in your magic stat.
Hell yeah.
So your current final stats are Strength E+, Agility D+++, Magic E+, Luck non-existent, Defense E+, Charisma E, Phantasm E. With your 4 in Agility, 2 in Magic, 3 in Defense, and 2 in Charisma.
How many pluses do you need before you get to the next letter?
None. You don't get pluses to go to the next letter. You just get the pluses. So when you go from Agility D to Agility C, you're still gonna have the pluses.
Okay.
Yeah, you're still gonna have these. These are just gonna be add-ons to you from now on.
I hope that we can make them go across the entire span of my character sheet. That would be great.
Currently, the max is 3, but who knows later. It'd be really funny. That being said, because we are going to think about that, everybody who is not Stray, let's get you guys one extra zone for your stuff. So guys, choose one of your squares on your inventory spaces, and we will give you guys that thing. This one here, you were putting that one there. Okay.
Okay.
What are you thinking? Miru? That one? Okay. Get rid of the thing there. What are you thinking? That one? Are you just gonna go on a line again?
I mean,
it worked last time.
I'm more than halfway there.
And Nikolai, take one of your squares off your inventory sheet here. Which one are you taking?
Boop.
That one? All right.
Easy.
Let's see what you guys got. Nikolai, you have gotten another square.
Yeah.
Choose another one, Nikolai.
Go.
Remember your item.
Yeah. Hang on. I'm trying to. Hang on a second. I need to.
Because currently you're getting the AC from it. You're just not getting any other abilities. So
yeah, I just.
You need 2 more still, or I guess no, you need a few more than that.
I need 3. Okay. All right.
So this one here then.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, go ahead and take that. Let's see if you get lucky. Do you get another one? You get some more spalations.
Okay.
Here you go. You will gain.
We just need. Yeah, we just
3
need.
spalations.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got, Michael.
Hey.
Bloop. More stats.
Ooh. Hey.
Nice. You get a +2 to your stats. Here you go. Ability and instability, power, ability, willpower, ability. Okay.
It's like those fucking.
Ami, you are going to gain another square.
Yay, squares.
You have so many squares unlocked already. I think that may be all of them that you can unlock, actually. I think there's only 6 of them in here. I could be wrong, though. More plus-minus dice. Nice. Copy. Bloop. There you go. Wonderful. And Miru, let's see what you got. And another square! It's very good. You had the least amount.
I'm gonna choose this one.
Okay, let me get rid of the little point that I had. That way nothing locks onto that space anymore. And then... bloop. And you get more gauge. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Nice. All that being said, thank you all very much for your inventory management. Thank you all very much for telling us the recaps. Because each of you gave such a good recap, I will give each of you a single Uwunity. There you go. There you are. There you go. There you are. There you go.
There.
That being said, I will remind you guys, once you guys get to 30 Uwunities, if you would like, we can trade in those 30 Uwunities for an extra karma card. Or you can keep those 30 Uwunities. It's up to you. I don't usually give people a choice. I'm doing it now because I don't know how many any of you have. So, as we move on, this is the map that we have made on stream the other day. Currently, it has several locations on it, but it will be changing over the course of the campaign. Currently, it has the following locations: a temple up at the top of the mountain, a compound over here in the corner, which is going to be where a certain couple of boys are currently at, a school building in the center of town, a small community off to the bottom left of the map, a large walkway or a scenic view area, perfect for dates, a harbor with some nice little boxes and things all around. It's a little crooked, but we like it that way. A stadium that may or may not have had importance in a previous war. A large set of buildings that potentially would belong to a family or a well-off family. Just off to the right of which there is a small compound, which would be where the Miru would be located. And at the very, very edge of the map, all the way to the right, a church in the hills with a large graveyard to the east of it, where everybody should be making their way currently. Back down.
Yeah.
You would have made your way outside of the church. As you were doing so, you have been told that in just a little while, there should be many visitors coming to your way. Once those visitors get here, you are to go and find a couple of places around this place to attack, to get at, but not to do things before then. As you are looking off and around, you do find things are interesting from up here. As you look over the hills, down toward the city below you, you see many tall buildings. Something that honestly is completely foreign to you. There's no artistry to it. There's no making big things into the shapes of anything. Mostly it's just tall buildings. There's a certain elegance to it, but it's mostly just sort of crazy to you that something like that is put in. It maybe reminds you of some of the larger areas that you could see occasionally whenever you were hunting with Artemis and would make your way toward Mount Olympus, but at the same time, nothing you would ever expect mortal hands to make. But looking at them, you do note that you kind of get it. You kind of get how the structure would potentially work. You kind of look it over as you find yourself looking at one of the buildings very well, to an extent to where you could swear that you're looking at it as if you were a creature or a hawk or something. You feel that you could almost see inside of one of the buildings from here. Your vision is crazy. The range that you can see to, insane. You wondered if you were going to be weaker coming to this new world, or some of the ideas that she had, that Scheherazade had told you before, that your summoning was off, so maybe you felt that you were going to be worse off. She says that you're most likely a weaker servant among here, but you feel like all of your abilities are much stronger than they were. And if you're one of the weaker ones, that's probably saying something. That being said, it's crazy to be able to see that far, to almost feel the area about you, to feel the winds on you. Your hearing is Your hearing is even crazier. 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 Your hearing is is even. you hear something approaching. You hear the sound of some kind of creature or beast. As you try to concentrate on it, you feel out just how much you can gain, or just how much you might have been able to know about from the Grail's influence, as you feel that you hear something loud approaching. First roll of the game, I would like you to roll me for your luck, please.
You bastard. All right. It's fucking Ronin backstory game all over again. You picking my worst stat to fucking make me roll constantly. That's an 8.
You're not sure what it is, but it's coming.
I'm ready with my bow.
You find a good place to perch yourself. You jump onto one of the high walls of the area surrounding this church. You bring your scarf around so it doesn't get in your way. You hold out your bow. You watch as it approaches, as you see women. You let fire your bow.
No, I don't, actually.
Miru and Ami. It is in the dead of night. You guys have been riding the bike as far as you could, heading over toward the area you believed to be the church that was mentioned. Miru, you know of a church near around where you lived. You took a chance and decided it was that one instead of the temple over on the fucking hill on the other side of the city. As you guys made your way through the small community of people on your way there, you find going up the hill, you see this large church come into view. As you do, you guys take note that the church itself seems very quiet, very odd. On approach, Miru, I would like for you to please roll me for your... We're going to say willpower, please.
Willpower.
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 You do not have to roll this, Ami, but we will see what Miru gets from this.
So
Very good. Miru and Ami, you guys both feel as you pass over the hill and you see that there are less buildings and less houses that come by, you feel as if you've crossed over something magical. Something about the air seemed to shift, very similarly to whenever you guys crossed into that bounded field earlier, whenever you guys were over by Assassin.
Oh. Did you feel that? Or was it you?
Just kind of like that little bit of like, still looking at the road because we're a good driver, but that little like nudge that like kind of like trying to get Ami's attention. Was that you? What did we just pass or something, or did you fart?
Wow.
Famously indistinguishable from a bounded field.
I don't fucking know, bro. We'll just outright say, did you fart? Just like, did something happen or was that you?
Ooh. Oh, what? Yeah, no, this is another field, Def. For those of you who were not here for the last backstory game, I will direct you to the top right of the screen, where you will see that every now and then we will have a words from Lynn there. And I have been tasked with saying them aloud whenever I see them there. I will try my best. If I don't notice them, I'm sorry. Somebody tell me. That's right, dance monkey. Wait, anyway. But no, she seems just as confused as you. The two of you approach the area. You guys can see the area sort of start to feel like less is going on. You feel that there's not as many insect sounds, not as many animal sounds. You feel that the air isn't as crazy as it is outside. As you two approach, Stray. These two women seem to have approached the gates. As they have approached the gates, they seem to stop their monstrous device. their automated horse.
I would know what that is, right?
Yeah, you're
the
fine,
fucking grail.
Yeah. You just didn't hear. You just didn't get it by the sound.
Yeah.
But you do find that they seem to have stopped their bike and they are looking to either approach or something. Do you want to make yourself known or do you want to wait?
I guess he'll heckin' make himself known, I guess. Why not?
Okay.
He knows that we're expecting people here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he'll put his bow away and he'll heckin' walk on out of the bushes or trees or wherever the fuck he was.
You guys will take note as you approach the area. You guys slow your bike to a stop because there is a gate and you can't just plow through it unless you really want to. But you see as you approach and as you are looking to about to get off to go and open the gate, jumping down from one of the walls of the area surrounding this place, you guys see a boy landing onto the ground, a large scarf swaying in the wind behind them.
Hey there. You must be the ones that Ruler mentioned.
Before that, I missed one. If I had to guess, some kind of anti-gathering field. Pretty ironic for a church. Anyway, I missed that one. Sorry. Notices the guy. Oh, check it. Having some kind of Greco-Roman event. Funny priests. You're a funny priest. Look at you.
Something tells me that garb isn't approved by the Vatican.
What's the Vatican? Anyway, hi. Are you here because of the Ruler? Did she contact you, or I don't know what's going on?
Yeah, not usually a Catholic get up. Yeah. Yo. You guys have never heard of a ruler.
I mean, no. We were just told to come here.
By who?
Coco?
Never heard of him.
Oh.
So wait, there's a king here? Emperor? What's up?
There once was an emperor. Anyhow.
Maybe she should be the one to introduce herself.
Yeah.
Do you allow them through?
Yeah, sure. He'll open the door.
You open up
Just
the gate.
light in one.
As you do, you find that the...
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
I can, Lynn.
Oh, sure, but
No,
first, how
you're
about
up.
we start with you?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Look, we're just trying to put away things. It's fine. Ami, by the way, happy to see me, I'm sure.
Stray. That's what I'm supposed to call myself anyway.
That's not your actual name.
No. No, it's not. That'd be a very weird, it'd be a very, very weird given name.
They say the first rule of having an alias is not letting people know that it's an alias.
Oh, crap.
My name is Balma.
Wow,
Oh, it's nice
looks
to meet you,
Demiru.
Bulma.
We got another mystery boy. Did you just say nice to meet you, Bulma?
Yeah, I did.
She said,
Jesus Christ.
she just said that and said, my name's Bulma.
Wow. Does not retort. Not giving a retort to that. You do find that Stray, even though the conversation is still continuing, Stray would open the gate behind them, would be allowing for you guys to make your way through. If you guys would like to walk and talk, you definitely can. So yeah, Stray or whatever, let's go storm the castle.
Okay, a weird way to put it, but all right.
Would this be considered a siege of blasphemy?
Onward! As the three of you would enter, you would find that going toward the church, there is a large set of double doors that you would open up with a long creaky sound of you guys stepping in. When said long creaky sounds seem to happen, it has been a couple hours, I would say. Stray, you were wandering about, you were trying to get yourself like settled with things. It's been maybe like an hour or so since you were stepped in here before. Whenever you look back, you do see that there is a ruler there. She seems to currently be draped back in the clothing that she had before. As you guys approach, she does seem to turn and look towards you. Oh. Her eyes seem to go to both Miru and Ami, lingering on the both of them as they have entered this place. Ami, you're not used to people immediately clocking you whenever you enter a room, but there they are. Oh, sorry, didn't realize somebody was changing in here. That's perfectly fine. I'm mostly done. They look around like I don't think I was changing. Welcome. Can't say that I was expecting the two of you.
Oh, you weren't? I thought they were part of the... Oh. Whoops.
No, it's my fault for not letting you know. The ones that I had talked about were male. Though, I do know of at least one of you. The other... You look vaguely familiar, unfortunately. That being said, welcome. Ami lets out a "We are now. We're here. We're involved." Could you come forward and tell me what is wrong or what brought you here? Do the three of you go forward?
Yeah. Just like kind of looks through the pews, like kind of just like taking a couple quick little puffs, and it's just like, we were told to come here instead of getting hot pot by Coco.
Coco?
Mm.
Well, I unfortunately do not have any hot pot for you. That being said, am I very...
Just kind of looks around the church, sees the rubble and the flowers, and I don't think there's much of anything here.
This place has seen better days, yes. Currently, this is what happens whenever you leave a building to essentially get overrun whenever it had problems its own, even before everything that happened here. You are residents of this city, or are at least stuck here at this point?
A resident.
I don't know what's happening, but it sure sounds fun, for sure. Or so sure. This place is currently under magical occupation. This whole city is currently in a state of decay. The dogs won't even shut the fuck up. It sucks. But essentially, this place is stagnant. And unfortunately, this Coco has sent you to a very fool's errand. My name is Ruler. Could you tell me more about this Coco, and perhaps I would know more of what I should do in this situation? You are not here to attack me, I'm sure.
No, but before we helped him take care of something called Assassin.
And we might have to do a grocery run, but that's double on the magical occupation. Well, yeah, obviously. Assassin. What do you know of Assassin? Has something changed?
He has a sack and he likes kids.
So
But like,
nothing's
this is
changed.
bad.
No, I'm playing.
But like, this is bad.
Interesting. So this Coco sent you here after you had a run-in with Assassin? Perhaps they think that I can protect you.
Maybe.
Unfortunately, I'm not able to do much of that. Though, you are mages, the both of you.
Something like that? I don't know. I feel like that's a strong word to put on me.
That about sums it up. That was probably to something else, actually. I'm seeing the typing happen right now. Whether you are mages or something similar, you would most likely be considered threats to Assassin. It's honestly shocking to see people who are about this place but not knowing it. What about this guy? This is Stray. Stray is a colleague of mine. We are actually in the same business of trying to eliminate the threats that are Assassin and the others. Stray has only recently joined me, so they do not know everything about what's going on, but we could use all the mage help that we could get. Or again, looks over to Miru, as close to whatever that is as you are. Currently, Stray needs allies. Ones that can help him that aren't taken in by the others. If possible, could we consider the two of you allies? At which point I could open up any hospitality that both me and Stray can give you. Any kinds of protections that we could give you. Sounds like you're not looking for allies, you're looking for masters, yeah? You know of it then. This war that's going on, this occupation, has been going on for far too long. And if you know what a master is, then you obviously can know what Stray is. Stray is a servant, a type of high-level familiar. They can only be in this area for as long as I have magic to give them, or anyone that I have connected with them has magic to give them. They move their hand out from inside of their cloak. As they do, you see going up their arm several scratches, looking as if they are almost hacked into their arm. Stray, you have not seen this from them, but you see large gashes as if red markings going all down their right arm.
Oh.
These are injuries that I had taken in whenever I had attempted to activate my device I was given. These are injuries that was given to me by the lesser grail that I have dominion over. Each of these injuries is called a command seal.
Also, Ami said something.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, a little bit here and there. Hard not to notice when you're in the know. Sorry about that. As a ruler servant, or I suppose as a, I guess, mediator of this grail, I am able to hand these out to mages. Well, not just mages, but those with magic inside of them. Once they are connected with this, you will be connected to a servant that has been summoned with this grail. Unfortunately, that is only either Stray or myself. And I am in no position to make my way away from here. Not now. With this, you'll be able to break the boundary that is magical, I guess, limitations. By using one of these command spells, you could technically order myself or Stray to do something for you. Though, I would say that that would be a primitive use of it. You could also use one of these things to... As they say this, there is a busting from the other side of the door. As I am sure a large man in full plate armor steps his way through. Nikolai.
Help, my friends. I first look at it, I don't see much, and I'm just like, oh, it is very empty church. Do not be worrying, my friend.
You know, when you knock on something, you're supposed to wait for a response, right?
I do not believe in that. This is public church.
That's not...
Second man today after oh, that's happening now.
God damn you, Nikolai.
There they are.
Okay, so these are the ones.
Oh, look at these people over there.
You had them confused with us.
I just knew people were coming. I didn't know who or what they looked like.
Nikolai and Michael, I assume you guys approach.
Yeah, he's walking in, just like looking around.
You guys hear
Yikes.
extremely heavy footsteps of the large armored man who steps forward, who looks as if they're about twice the size of Ami, if not like closer to several feet over most of you.
Well then.
Welcome,
expecting us to come
Nikolai,
together.
Michael.
We must be ruler.
You'll be knowing my name.
Wow. So this guy already has a master. He is Stray too?
What?
Nikolai is not a servant, though I will say he definitely presents himself as one. I did not know what the two of you looked like before this.
What's that supposed to wait? Just says bullshit.
Bullshit.
Just adjust his sunglasses a little bit like, what's that supposed to mean?
Well,
I am no servant. I can prove it. I am really me. I am real person. Feel my flesh.
does anybody want to feel his flesh?
I'm gonna poke Stray's cheek instead.
What?
Poked.
What does it feel like?
Feels like flesh.
I don't know. He feels like flesh, and he's apparently a servant.
Ami, where are you going? What are you doing?
Just stepping away from the big man.
Away.
Away, I'm leaving.
Do not go. Where are you going? Get them up, yo.
The two of you, I see that you have made it over here. You were quite the distance away when I sensed you enter the city. Again, it's been around a month since I had last spoken with you, but...
Yeah, well, you know.
Are you two still willing to help me?
Yeah, that's not changed since the walk between then and here. Place is weirdly quiet, in all honesty. That's not how this place usually is.
That is my
I remember
that is my
now.
magical
You were
boundary.
from dungeon.
Yes, I was the one speaking to you through the notes.
I still help.
Wonderful. As I was explaining to them, she looks around for Ami. Oh, there they are.
It's not good to wander off, kitten.
I mean, I knew we were supposed. I guess we were meeting up with the church. I wasn't expecting a pair of angels here, though.
But bump.
Neither was I. You were in my mind.
Don't say that.
It's okay, keeping you in sight, Bulma.
I like her. She has cotton candy hair.
You know, I was actually thinking that, son of a bitch. I am in your mind.
More like a rocket pop.
I haven't had one of those in years.
As I was explaining. Yo, you like it?
Yes, I be liking it very much.
There is just a look that goes across Ruler as they're like, oh, wait.
Right, consummate professional. I just lost my job. Don't worry about that. I just don't remember how to do it. So
No, I do not mean to sound impatient. I'm sorry. There's just a lot of interesting things happening.
that's life.
I was explaining to these two. I am Ruler. These things along my arm are something called command spells, and what I'm hoping to do, at least with the two of you, motions toward Nikolai and Michael, is to give you one of these command spells. Upon taking these, you would be able to give commands potentially to myself or to Stray. However, the main thing that you would be doing is giving us mana. Do we want to say with prana or mana? I like prana. Giving us prana. The benefits of such would be that the two of us who are connected to my grail would be able to gain strength from you. Not only that, Stray would be able to protect you if there's ever a... Looks over toward Nikolai. Stray would be able to help protect you if there was ever a problem that would be happening throughout the city. Have to ask, when she lifts her arm, what is under her cloak? She would have her arm moved away from the cloak in such a way that it would still be covering her, but she does not appear to have any clothes on. That being said,
I believe this is called Breshkinat, exhibitionist.
Oh,
What?
no, that is...
Rude.
You're not really supposed to bring out certain things to people's attention, Nikolai.
Whenever I was getting ready for the summoning, I was not able to use much magic for myself. Most of my items and phantasms were taken from me. The only one I was able to keep intact was the one that I had given my ally, which the two of you had found, the book with all the tales in them.
I see.
Honestly, you men should know better. People have suffered seeing more than they were supposed to.
Yeah, whoa there, modesty, dear. Sorry.
You gotta tell me twice about suffering more for knowing things, but again, I wasn't rude enough to point it out to everyone in the room.
Peeping Toms. A curse upon. She just looks at that. She just looks at them and does like the most like sleepy eyes on you. A curse on you.
Oh, another one. Okay, I'll add to the list.
Nikolai just tilts his head.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say, Stray?
I wasn't even looking.
I wasn't even looking. Believe me, I would never. Please, somebody believe
Never
me.
again.
It's like many men have suffered seeing more than they're supposed to. Stray sweats.
Literally, that's he's like looks away. It's like
I am adept at keeping the parts of me that need to be hidden. Do not worry. But thank you all for your thoughts. They again just look like there is they had control and now it's just not here anymore.
Well, regardless, you're offered for this command stuff.
It would allow
So we're
you
like-
to get connected with me and Stray. You would be giving your excess magic to us, and in exchange, you can use us for any sort of defense or any sort of need that you may have in this coming war to protect yourself. You could
I'm gonna have
issue
to
us
put a fat
commands.
asterisk by that.
You could issue us commands. She looks over, but there are only very few of these that I'm able to create. And once you have used one, it would take a bit out of me to give you another, if it is even possible at all. And if we do that, you can give yourself clothes. If yes, then deal. I could probably have some of you go and collect me clothes.
Close shop. I haven't done that in a while, so all right.
Either way.
I've got some in my closet I could give you. You look about the same size as me.
Thank you very much. Aside from my nudity, the idea is that we could use this to power up Stray. Stray would then be able to destroy the other servants in the other side of the war. At which point, with Stray getting stronger, Stray would be able to then aid in all of us even more. I would be able to potentially get my strength back, and then between the 6 of us and whatever other allies we may be able to find, we could take out the ones who have taken this city. We could get revenge for my previous master and my allies that have fallen to this war, and me and Stray will get what we need. And all of you, I would be able to give aid to in whatever ways I can. The war itself, if you do not know, whoever wins it, it's a wish from the Holy Grail. I would be able to give aid to all 4 of you. The magic inside of that grail is immense at this point. It has been gathering power for these last 4 years. If the 6 of us were to wish from the grail, it would still not deplete it.
Horrified.
I do not know exactly what they plan to do with it, but my goal is to make sure that whatever they have planned, they do not get it, and that my master did not die in vain.
Now, whoever they are, they're going to have to pay for everything they've done here, considering this war has been going on for an eternity.
Is it
Wishes-
true? I also have a question for you exhibitionist lady. I understand
of course,
you
Nikolai.
I understand you are a servant, yes. You keep talking about Stray. What is Stray? Who is Stray? Where
That
is
is Stray. She
Uh,
motions toward the man in front of her.
Hi, that's me.
Yeah, I was kind of assuming that. I just didn't really want to bring it up yet.
Stray
I
is
did not know. I
Stray
was
is
not
currently.
comfortable.
Sorry.
I am not comfortable letting children fight wars with me.
He's almost as tall as you.
Children?
He's not. He's not almost as tall as him.
No.
Okay.
He's almost as tall as Michael.
that guy.
He's almost as
Yeah,
tall as Michael.
there you go.
Yes.
I think
Yeah,
you mean
almost as tall as
old.
Child.
You probably mean old. Look at him. He has little baby face. I do not want child.
I'm 27
to be
years
fighting.
old.
You're 27.
Out
You
of
are older than me.
out of everyone here,
Older.
out of everyone here, Stray is actually probably got the most experience in combat. He was a
That's so.
hunter, though I will leave that to him to give any more away. Stray is a Stray is a trying to find a good word for it. Before I do, the guy who looks some lost fitting, right? Yeah, for who is Stray, yeah. Stray is a pseudonym, or I guess not pseudonym. Stray is a
Alias?
an alias. Thank you. God, my brain was not working.
Yeah.
Stray is an alias. They currently have 2 other names that they can go by, but both of those names are dangerous. to say in front of other masters or servants. Currently, they are going by stray so that we can give the least amount of information to our enemies. That being said, they will be able to learn something of him once he begins to fight or once he begins to show more of his ability.
Like Superman.
I do not care about names or whatever. I want to make sure that he is capable of fighting. I do not feel, despite what the church would say, I do not feel comfortable about sending child soldiers to their deaths.
Now you remember that part of the history lesson, huh? All right.
There's just gonna be like the quick like walk over to Stray, and they're like almost at height, so they're just looking at him dead in the eyes, almost kind of like analyzing and processing and loading, like, like a baby.
What?
It appears pretty late he is staring at you. You do not have anything to say?
I'm more confused. Is there something on
Oh,
my
there's
face?
lore
Like-
here.
The headlights.
Michael just leaning in with Mirror just. You can't see.
He's a hunter, but right now he looks like prey.
I think that if you all do one
Like
small
this
task
one.
for me, then you will see just how powerful that Stray can be. Currently, around the area, my field is set up. It is a field that I can move anywhere that I go. However, as I've just realized with this Coco figure knowing where I am, that probably means this place is no longer safe for us. What I want to do is I would like for Stray to go about and take out 5 different targets surrounding this place. Once they take those targets out, we can move to a new location. I have several in mind, though if any of you have other places, we can think on it as well. But currently, we need to go to a place that none of the other masters and servants can find us.
My place has been compromised, so I'm out of that. Not sure where to go in the city anymore. I haven't been here in years.
My place might be pretty safe. I don't get solicitors.
You would just offer your house?
I mean, it's pretty big.
Pretty unkind. I love her already.
Also, the conveni, we need cabbage and beef and whatever y'all pick.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if we're gonna have hot pot, we might as well at my place.
Hot pot? What are we standing around here for? Let's go find those targets. Oh, and that command seal stuff afterwards, probably, right?
Before we leave, we need to do the command seals.
Mm-hmm.
If the 4 of you are fine with it, then I would like to give each of you 1 command seal now. I believe I can give you all up to 3 over the course of everything, but currently I can only give you 1.
So, they might not even need that many. What? Hey.
Yeah, the thin
What
tan
we
dude
gotta
gets
do.
it.
Know it.
Are all 4 of you fine with this deal then? We will be siphoning your magics, but we will not be taking too much. We will only be taking the excess that comes from you and whatever else you're willing to give.
Listen, if it helps us keep a lower profile in the city than we already have, looks just turns to Nikolai very obviously, and then turns back to Ruler.
We
Yeah,
flash
all
back
the
to
people do
Nikolai
anything.
walking across the bridge. Hello, everyone! I love Japan!
That is my favorite city.
I think keeping inconspicuous is going to be a little easier said than done. I think we should more try to blend in and not catch too much attention.
Luckily for us, there are plenty of people out there who are already eccentric, so we will be able to hopefully hide decently well. Not to mention, from what I know of one of you, I believe that once we are connected, their magic may help me out quite a bit. Yeah, sure, basically doing what I want to do anyway. I'll take a rope when offered. Wonderful. If the 4 of you are ready then, If any of you have any problems, then you can back out now. Stray,
Yeah,
can I have your hand, please?
sure. Yeah, he'll hold up his hand to her.
She will reach out the hand that she has all of the markings, the gashes on, and take your hand in hers. Any who wish to make this pact with us, bring your hands upon one of my scars.
Do it.
Yes, I will be bringing it.
Ah.
God damn it, speak a lot.
There we are.
Well, the hitboxes are funny things.
Hitboxes are fun.
Yeah, for real.
Shifts Jack into the side so she can reach. Miru and Michael, are you guys doing it as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, backing out. Lady, I got nowhere else to go but forward. Come on now.
As the four of you pick out one of the different scarred regions on their hand, they can look however you want them to look. But as you touch them, you guys find that there is a small amount of pain that happens on your arm as well. You guys feel almost the sensation of something either extremely hot or extremely cold touching your skin. And Stray, you feel all four at once. As this happens, these marks seem to disappear from their bare skin. As they do, she also seems to somewhat wince as they disappear. And you all feel a mark appearing on your arm in the same place. Most of you have your arms covered. In fact, all of you have your arms covered. So you guys do not see it immediately, but you do find that there is a slight amount of reddish magic that seems to be residual off of the arm that you, or off of where the mark that you chose would have been. As they glow outward from your clothing, the four of you have now obtained a command spell. At which point, Stray, this is when you get your pluses in your stats.
Okay.
You feel that once you become connected with these four, a large amount of mana seems to enter where you are. You feel fantastic. You feel that the wind seems to carry your scarf a little higher. You feel that you are no longer fully feeling like you're about to revert to your other form at any moment. You feel good. You feel faster. You feel more magical. You feel stronger. As Scheherazade steps back, releasing your hand, she seems to take a small divot as if she was about to fall, but she does catch herself. There's still much missing from me, but that feels a lot better. Thank you. I will retrieve the vessel of the Lesser Grail, the one given to me by my master. While I do that, she looks over to Nikolai. If you wish to see just what Stray can do, she looks over to Stray. And if you wish to show them, then now is the time to... By order of my command seal, I order you to... Nah, but can you imagine? You just see Scheherazade like turn around, like almost having a heart attack, like...
I have an idea.
Don't be so rude to her here.
Okay.
I can barely see her face, but I can already tell she nearly died from that.
Hey, prankster, I like the
She
cotton
would've-
candy hair girl already.
She would have wheeled around fast enough that like her hood would have fallen back, and she's like, okay.
I have a challenge.
A challenge?
Huh?
Fucking
For Stray. He's a hunter, right?
Yeah.
You will present to me a rabbit
Why?
for the hot
I
pot.
mean,
For the. Huh.
It is fair
do that.
request.
I can do that. No problem.
Yeah.
See,
God.
you can just ask him. You don't have to order him.
See, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that, and it doesn't give him a heart attack.
Well,
Oh, the main spell does not interfere with my other tattoos. That is very nice.
Again, I think give you up to 2 more of those. If I can try to do more, I will, but as of right now, those are the only ones I can give you. Normally, once you're out of command spells, you are going to lose your connection to the servant. But because you are connected through me, they motion to their arm, I have many command spells. The connection should stay even if you use your command spell on you right now. That being said, please don't. At the moment.
noted.
Now, make your way. If you wish to do that task for them, then go ahead and complete it, Stray. But more than anything, I would suggest you finding those targets, and if you wish to show off, now is the time. She smiles.
Oh, yes, do show off as much as you like, little man. I kid, I'm not going to call you that, Stray. I just was making fun of Nikolai.
Appreciate it. Yeah, big man here seems like he's going to be the hardest to prove to, but
Oh,
it
wrong
should be
with little
fine.
boy.
Yeah, he's pretty chill once you get to talk to him.
Trying to look at the Tosaka city map. Which one is my house?
Your house is right
Chill.
next to where the church is. Your house is
Right here?
right there, yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay, good. I just needed to make sure that there was like trees around.
Yep.
Thank God we're here. All we
Also,
need to
for
do now is-
example, this would have been the area that you would have fought with Assassin.
Yeah.
Where did me and
Under the
Nikolai
bridge.
end up?
You guys, let me get a better color for things.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
guys
this
would have
background-
shown yourselves here.
Is it? I had a feeling. God, we walked a long way.
Wow. Yeah, holy fuck.
You're lucky I'm here to help. To
That's
point you
one
in the right
reason why.
direction.
It's one reason why I'm like, I'll just have them show up in a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's where you guys
Funny,
are. Here is where the fight with Assassin would have been. The park would be somewhere in this area. That being said, it'd be really funny if we put it near the stadium, but I didn't say the stadium was there, so probably not. And
Okay.
the Mira's place is right here. So
We just gotta ask one of our neighbors' moms to give us the town map so that we can start unveiling some of this fog of war.
We're gonna have just looking, just making sure there's little forest there. She's like, there's plenty rabbits behind my property. But you wouldn't have to go too far. Though if you find one on the way here, you get bonus points.
All right then. Time to snag some bonus points.
Free meat. Looks at Ami. Free meat.
Well, I have complete confidence in you, Stray.
be signed.
Really,
Let's go.
Really, you need help packing anything? Do you have things to pack? Is there things here in this building that require us to bring?
The only thing that
anywhere?
I need to bring anywhere is the vessel for the Grail, but that will only show itself whenever these 5 targets are taken care of.
Oh, some of that kind of magic. Gotcha.
The last thing I will tell you is that there is one target that is at the bottom of the hill here. That should be the final one you get. It is the one that is closest to the village down below. Once you find the target there, it should be easy enough to find for the 4 of you, since you are now considered masters. Once you find it, and once it is taken care of, the Grail will appear here, and we will have a very short amount of time to leave the premises of the church before I'm sure the other masters will notice it. That being said, keep an eye out when you do go down to that village. There are strange people about. you'll know immediately upon seeing them. But it is heavily trafficked by those that we would consider at the very least a threat, if not full on our enemies.
The Soccer City being full of weirdos that want to beat me up. Man, it's like I never left.
That begs the question. Me and the kitten have a ride, but how are you guys getting anywhere?
Honestly, it's crazy you just let us in. We're a little bit desperate. We're a little desperate, and the two of you are, from what I can tell, powerful, at least in magic.
We have very very brisk walk here.
I had to literally drag you around sometimes because you don't know left from right yet.
You do not know this city, my friend. It is fine.
You see Michael just reach into his jacket and just pull out some cigarettes. Just starts lighting one.
Do the five of you start to make your way away?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
What were you saying, Nikolai?
What's that?
What did you say before I interrupted you rudely?
No, I just said I do not know you smoke. That's all.
Okay.
Just kind of...
Trying to kick the habit.
I believe I have the thing that I need for this. Oh, never mind. I guess I do not right now. That's fine.
We walked here.
The five of you make your way outside of the church. As you do, you guys find yourselves looking around the area with a bit of a new light. As soon as you pass over the threshold of the church, the five of you feel the city has changed in front of you. For the most part, it is the same. But looking at each other is when you start to notice the differences. Currently, when the four of you look over towards Stray, you guys can see in your own ways that are unique to you, you guys can see the stats that Stray seems to have. It's actually funny. In Fate, most of the time you don't just see ranks in A, B, C, or D. You see them in whatever way is the most applicable to you. That being said, A, B, C, or D is what we're going with.
Nikolai sees the Russian equivalent.
Brushkineta.
Chats up the guy with the shades. So about your shirt, you actually a fan or just like the logo?
I love one of my favorite bands. Probably keep up with all the bands back in America.
And then that happens, where you guys look over at Stray and you guys see, again, what appear to be the strengths of the person here. In particular, one of you in particular can see quite a lot when looking to Stray. I would like for Miru to please roll me for your focus, please.
Focus. Gonna focus.
That's an Ariana Grande song that never truly released. Who's Ariana Grande? I don't know yet.
I don't know yet. I'll know one day.
8.
Roll me again. You have a fleeting.
Oh, yay.
If you guys would notice, by using channel points, you guys can do something called Fleeting Inspiration. This will allow for the very next roll that happens from any certain character to immediately be rolled again. Then something like this could happen where they get a 20, and because there is another fleeting, that's just given to the dice gods. That's sometimes you have to pay those. Sometimes it happens. The fleeting heroisms are different. We'll talk about those later. I'll give those to them at the end of the game. We're not doing heroisms right now, though. That being said, that is a natural 20. So I will say, just because this is something that is unique to you, Miru, you see this over here? Over here by your friends inventory and stuff. You see this? You see this area down here in the middle? You see everything here.
Just like the actual stat sheet?
You see everything. Not only do you see their stats, you see their stats in numbers. You see their stats in pluses. You see their true name. You also see
she
their
has it all.
you also see their class is Stray Archer.
Docs.
I just fucking doxed this bro. I just took one good look at him and I was like, I know everything about you.
I know your IP address, asshole.
That's the most fitting thing, I think, for Miru.
There's that thing of as Miru's establishing in her head that she's just let all these strangers into her house. They're just walking by and just a quick shoulder, like a quick hand on Actian's shoulder as she walks past. I'll make sure you're away from the showers. It keeps going down.
He like looks at you as you walk past him. It's just like, how?
Ow.
How do you know things?
While that was happening, there's just the nobody else noticed because the conversation of hell yeah, because we're totes on a highway to hell right now.
Oh, I've been on that for years.
But yes, not only
That's
that,
great.
this is how all of you would see them. You guys can mostly just see the ranks. Though Miru, you were able to see quite a lot more because of your specific thing of magic that you're doing. That being said, Actaeon, you also feel different after having been connected to 4 different masters. Looking out at the city, I'm going to make a couple of marks on the city for you. You find here. Here, 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 would be about here, and here. You feel what appears to be a bunch of different things tugging you in different directions. You feel magical presences all over the city. As you do, you're not sure you know exactly where they are. Obviously, you're not seeing everything from a fucking bird's eye view like we all are, but you feel just about the sense of something far off around. You feel that you could decently accurately pinpoint where they were if you were to see them. And again, you see them on the map.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not actually like Archer Vision seeing these things.
No, you feel
them.
them. You feel about as far as they would be from you at the moment.
Okay.
But if you could see from above the city, you would see all these.
Gotcha.
You almost for just a moment as you look out in the area see like almost like a pinpoint of light going up into the sky and then fading away.
Okay.
That being said, you also feel that whenever you step out and start to sort of try to hammer in on that, you also feel several things around you that feel similar to Ruler. You feel what appear to be the 5 different areas that they had mentioned, the 5 different targets that you're supposed to go and destroy. Currently, 4 of them are within a pretty easy way from where you are. They are seemingly surrounding the area here, surrounding the church in different places. Doop, 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 doop. But you also feel a 5th one, boop, a little bit down from where you are. I would like to bring up for you, because we do have some things that we can now throw onto your side of the board if we'd like. You have some things in your storage. Shall we get them out?
Oh yeah.
Hooray.
Bloop. 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 Bloop.
Oh, what the fuck?
Bloop. Bloop.
Wow.
These are things that you would essentially know are things you can do. Miru, you also see these. But you feel that with your current abilities, these are the skills that you are starting off with. You have Curse of the Hunted. The Curse of the Hunted makes the servant transform into a stag. When transformed, you regenerate mana over time, but you have no access to your other skills. This form is automatic when the servant is below half mana and not in battle. The servant can use an action in battle to transform to and from this form. While transformed, your strength and agility, as well as your defense and magic ranks, are switched. And you will be weak to archers and beasts, making your rank seem one stage lower for them. I wonder why. You also have some divinity. You have divinity D. You are able to make use of divine artifacts up to rank C normally. You can attempt to use any objects of C rank or higher, or any other godly artifacts, but it could result in good or ill. Could have a bad reaction if you try that. You get that because of your lineage of handicrafts. You are able to craft mediocre things or doing tasks such as cooking or housekeeping, and they come natural to you. You don't have to tell me. You're like, oh, they're making hot pot? I can help.
Yeah.
You
I
like,
just know that.
You're like, I don't know what a hot pot is. Never mind, the Grail told me. I can help.
Yeah.
You also have the independent action skill. It is possible to take action even without a master. However, to use noble phantasms of a great magical energy consumption, backup from the master may be necessary. At rank C, it's possible for a servant to stay in the world for a few days without a master. If you ever are in a position where you are disconnected from your masters, you have a couple of days before you have to worry about
Yeah.
it. You also have Blessing of the Hunt. When attacking a servant with Mad Enhancement or a Beast trait, your ranks on the encounter are considered one rank higher. Once per combat, you can activate this ability to add your Phantasm stat to the attack roll and add any extra damage dice from your weapon or ability onto a round of attacks. You basically can use this to go super mode on one of your turns.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, write your own tale, Stray. You have been gifted a set of noble phantasms by your summoner. Use them or any others you find to craft your own legend. You have the Great Aim skill. During an attack, this is an E rank noble phantasm. An arrow you let fly at an enemy grows in size as if it has been released, as it is being released, causing 2 times damage to the target and any surrounding them within 1 hex. And finally, Charge E. You can rush forward up to 3 hexes as a stag on any ally or enemy turn to interrupt or defend the target, either taking half of their damage yourself or knocking an enemy prone or back 1 hex. That is the only skill you currently can use while you're a stag. That being said, you do find that with your Blessings of the Hunt, you feel that the knowledge would immediately come to you. I would like to ask you, Stray, you feel that if you get on top of the church, you could probably hit 4 of them relatively easily. By relatively easily, I mean you could probably do it with your eyes closed. Especially with plus agility. How much do you want to show off?
I mean, it seems like Nikolai is like, prove yourself, little man. So he's gonna fucking, I think he will. And he'll also get a bunny while he's at it.
Oh yeah, sure. You guys would take note that as soon as Stray comes out and looks around the area, within like a small amount of time, all this information seems to come into you. Miru, you get slight bits of the information they got from like the feeling that they had around them, but that's mostly a them thing. As this goes down, Stray, you look about, you look back toward the church, and as you do, you guys note it takes 2 bounds. One to get on top of the wall and the other to get on top of the church. But you guys see with a extremely quick pace that seems very practiced, even despite the fact that it definitely is not.
Yeah.
Stray,
whoa, I can jump really high.
Stray seems to jump up onto the large church. As they do. You knock.
Little man is quick.
You knock your arrows. You were given 20 for the purpose of doing this. However, you're using 5 for the things. You aim outward toward the different places. You almost like do like a little Legend of Zelda lock on as you like turn around. As you are going to let these 4 arrows fly, I would like for you to please roll me for your agility. You currently have, I believe, 2 fleetings as well.
Hell yeah.
14's pretty good. 2 more rolls. And 1 more roll, please.
Whatever. That works too. Natural 20! That really works!
Jesus Christ.
That's so funny.
It's funny how
You
these
look
towers work.
around at everything. As you do, you try to figure out how you can get the 4 of them and a rabbit all at the same time. And you find that not only can you do that, but if you aim at the one target that's behind you up the mountain, you feel like you may be able to even do something else. As Stray, you guys watch as he lets loose a volley of 4 arrows extremely quickly. Off and around. At least it looked like 4 arrows. As he let this volley loose, you guys feel a sense of magic seemingly pulsating from the 4 places where these arrows hit. There is a small shake in the ground as these arrows strike in, and there's a shimmering that happens in the field over top of all of you. Not only that, but Stray, you find that when you did that, you knocked 4 arrows, you fired them, but you only let loose 3 arrows.
I got the after image of an arrow.
I will be giving you back 1 arrow of Artemis.
Fuck yeah, bro.
You fired 4. You looked like you fired 4 times, but as you did fire those 4 times, and you guys are sure that 4 arrows flew out from where his hands were, but then he just sort of shows the 4th arrow, just kind of like shaking it back and forth with a smile on his face, like, nah, it was only 3.
Wow.
Also, Ami.
You know, I need to get back. You know, Way Ruler was talking how me thinking this was supposed to be subtle and clandestine, but hey, Full Throttle works too. Let them all know we're here. Love the confidence, Rocket. At the very least, they said that you guys should be fine here. Just when you get to the 5th one, you guys should probably be a little bit less crazy.
Yeah.
That being said, Stray, you go to step off. As you do, you step over
Collect the rabbit.
You step over toward the side of the area. You guys notice them run off, and then they return with a rabbit in hand, as one of those 3 arrows also got a rabbit.
Here you go.
Oh, a big boy.
Satisfied yet, Nikolai?
Eco, hang on.
Yeah, what's up?
Fat one too.
You make your way over toward Stray.
Yes. I put my hands on his shoulders, and I'm assuming he will feel that.
Yep.
Can't imagine I wouldn't.
There is a pair of heavy metal arms on each of your shoulders.
Oh, hey. Hi.
You have great potential, my friend. I cannot wait to see more.
Well, cool. I'm glad to work together, and thank you.
Little Rabbit. That is your new nickname for me.
He's actually kind of fat. Just like kind of like looking at, just like kind of holding the rabbit up by its feet,
Little
and just like
plump
giving it like a
rabbit.
couple good squishes. Like, no, this one's chunky.
Wow. You really know how to pick
Chunky
them.
rabbit stew. It's not what he says.
I was gonna say, like, is that my nickname?
I think it might.
He's
I think
called
that-
no, Little Rabbit. That is your new nickname.
I think. I think this one might even yield leftovers.
Oh.
No, it will not.
I mean,
Let us not
Yeah, I
talk
guess-
crazy.
I mean, just kind of like looks Nikolai up and down. Yeah, you're probably right.
Pokes Michael. So didn't actually catch your name. Friend of yours keeps upstaging. What's the deal, Rocker Man?
Michael, nice to meet you. I don't know if you do handshakes or how you work it. Michael Adams. Ex-exorcist of the Holy Church.
He'd be saying this to
Ex-exorcist-
the point where everybody could hear, by the way.
Oh, an exorcist.
Ami tries to do a fancy handshake. They dap you up.
Daps up. Completely matches energy.
Do the funny, even though Hey Arnold wasn't out at the time, the little funny Hey Arnold handshake.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It had to have been made from something. It all started
Yeah,
here.
have to come from something. Yep.
He stole from us. That's the new timeline we're in.
Oh, you're a priest. Sorry, Pops. Didn't mean to be rude.
Since that's why I get weird about the titles. Again, that kind of quit. I mean, the confessional is back there if you really feel like you need to confess something.
No, just wanted to say that once.
Only once. Oh, you're breaking my heart here.
Drops a cigarette and steps on it.
Oh, we're getting weird about the titles. That's happening.
Oh, great.
And that's why you're not a priest anymore.
Oh, there's a lot of reasons why I'm not a priest anymore.
And that's one of them.
Mostly it's because I quit, you see.
I guess metal is against the oath.
Leaving people to die is against my oath.
Oh. Jude.
It's-
He's gotten awkward now.
Yeah, not very rock and roll.
Nope. Well, that's why I even came back here. Apparently this has been happening for 4 years.
From what Ruler
apparently.
said, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I just said yeah, apparently.
Yeah, 4 years, and no one cares to fix it. Well, we care.
It's why we
Obviously.
are here.
Yeah.
We fix it so people can live normal lives.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of leaving people to die either, so I think we're gonna get along just great.
It's a great start.
Where is house? I would like to start the cooking.
Oh, we still got one more, whatever the hell it is you were shooting at. I actually didn't see where you were aiming.
Also, so just to make
There's-
sure we're all on the same page, anyone ask, Big Nick's the servant, right?
Nicola, I think that might just cause infinitely more pain.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, he fits, but it's crazy. That Templar armor looks like a servant. I guess no one even cares that that's a thing that could happen.
It's a general rule that it stays on.
Is it?
You are pretty sure you can't take it off right now, yes.
Oh. Yes,
Stinky.
I am sorry, I cannot remove.
Maybe you can't.
I cannot remove. It is stuck.
I'm still not 100% he's not, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to figure out a way to help you keep hygienic in there. Otherwise, all that rust is gonna give you tetanus.
I would very much like to take shower at some point.
I'm sure, considering all the running we had to do and the fire.
Oh, is it rust resistant?
Yes, it is magic armor. Very rust resistant.
There's just that thing where she just like gives like light little knocks to kind of like those little like ding 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 ding
Yeah,
like
yeah.
on. I could adjust the hot tub. Put some.
You have a
soap
hot
in it.
tub?
Mm-hmm. Don't worry. Looks at Stray. There's a strict bathing suit policy.
I am sorry, little lady. I cannot wear a swimsuit.
No, not for you. Everyone else.
I'm not a savage, of course I assumed.
No skinny dipping in the pool
I'm
either.
literally just imagining like just the inner monologue of Actaeon just like screeching.
He's just like, what do you know?
You have a hot
How do you know?
No,
There she is.
there's a strict no skinny dipping policy in the pool, as well as no running.
Well, I mean, that's just
It's
safety.
just fine for me.
So you got a hot tub and a pool?
Mhm.
God.
My father is very well off.
Well,
You seem-
good
you seem-
for all you.
Are you sure? Do I need to roll this to see if she sounds sad?
She's
I honestly,
mostly keeping the same tone.
Okay.
But
it sounded like sadness. It sounded like more melancholy than usual.
that's up
if
to
that's
you.
even
If
possible.
you want to bring anything up, that's up to you.
It's up to you. If anything, he can roll and I can tell him.
Sure.
Okay, I am.
What
Give
do you-
me
what do you say?
give me
All
a focus roll.
All right.
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh no!
Wow. It's got to be focus. Okay.
I'll be nice.
That's
I'll be
what
nice.
today is.
I'll be nice. You know what?
Yeah.
No, I did make you roll the bad one. Never mind. Give me focus.
Yeah, that
No
is the
being
bad
nice.
one. No being nice. All right, hang on.
No being nice. I believe in
I
you.
was going to assume, but okay. All right. Let's
We'll
No,
just
this
see.
is
We'll just
fun.
see
This
how
is-
much. We'll just see how much you gain from it.
This is
We'll
it,
have. We'll
right?
have. Yeah. We'll have Squeaky
How
let
much
you
do you
know.
incline from her monotone? Yeah.
I need to make sure that this is.
That's
exactly-
pretty fucking good.
Oh,
Wow.
That's a
okay.
16. That's almost as good as you could have hoped.
Okay.
That's gonna be that thing where, because I did do it, although I'm not sure if the audience picked up reactive wise. I very briefly turned on the sad reactive.
Oh.
There was a little bit of hesitation when she said my father and is. My father
What's wrong?
is. She had that twinge of sadness.
I just now saw that the inspiration was there.
Yeah.
We'll move that to the next roll.
All right. Cool. All right. What is wrong? You sound sad.
Oh, just nothing to really worry about.
No,
It's a
no.
big house, so it's a little lonely. It's nice to have company, and it's been a while.
Well, it will be nice to be cooking for people.
Mm.
You will love my cooking. It is good. Old Russian recipe.
I've been to Siberia once.
Actaeon, you
States.
think into your brain. Do I know any old Russian recipes? Yes.
Here's the thing. I also wanted to ask,
Yeah.
because of weird Grail magics, when he speaks Russian, do I understand it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You need to be able to
Comes with
understand your
Google
master.
Translate.
You need to be able to understand your master in case he gives you an order.
Okay, wait. Say Nightshade.
I said yes, and I said another Russian.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
You guys want to start making your way down the hill toward the final target?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna tappy typing bubble for a little minute. Yeah.
We can wait for the tappy tapping to get done. I'm gonna shake up my G fuel.
See, multiple reasons why it's amazing to have a table.
Yeah, I can make
You
sure
can
I'm
have more
hydrated.
G full.
I can make sure I'm the
Better
most
G fuel.
hydrated.
Benefit number 1, Lynn is here. Benefit number 2, more G fuel.
More G fuel for the G fool. Don't worry, you'll have me so long as you'll have as long as you'll have me around. You're already one of my favorite people, no lie. Talking to Miru.
Oh. You keep saying that. We're going to forget you, though. I still don't really understand how that's going to work.
That's a strange thing to say.
I'm not the one that said it.
I am
Who said it?
confused. What is happening?
Who said you're going to forget her? Or wasn't it anyone? I find that hard to believe, unless you're cursed or something.
Yum, 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 yum. We wait for the typing.
No.
It's all good. Everyone does, but I think, or maybe I hope that you won't. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. We can figure out things once I've made the betting arrangements.
How fun.
Who sleeps in the kid room?
Just
Nikolai.
Nikolai, you take off the footboards and put the 2 beds long ways.
And then you still can't lay on it. It's still too small.
I'm fucking Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, you are.
If you do, it won't matter. If you don't, I'll never leave.
We'll see what happens.
Right. Well.
Final target.
And the weird village, which doesn't really narrow it down here in Osaka.
You guys make your way down to the city outskirts. As you're doing so, you're decently sure, Stray, as you're walking down, that you can basically feel where the next target is. Unfortunately, from what you are looking at, it might be difficult to hit it from here without drawing attention. You do find that whenever you look down at the area, there is apparently a group of people still awake.
Oh.
As you all stare down in toward the area, you guys see that there are a number of... I just noticed that Snow Monkey is still on the thing. I need to get it out of here before PBS gets me. Hold on.
Snow Monkey.
Oh Jesus!
After remove some audio from my playlist before it auto plays into it and fucking has PBS get on me.
Oh, no.
Don't worry. Just let us know when it starts playing and we can just all start screaming. I'll kick Yome bot and we'll start screaming.
Everyone quick, sing the Russian anthem.
As you guys make your way down, and again, noting what you see at the very bottom, a couple of you would notice it before the others, those being Stray and Ami would most likely notice them before anybody else. But you see what appear to be soldiers? As you guys look down, you see what appear to be a group of soldiers making their way throughout the different part of the city. As you do, these soldiers seem off. They're not policemen. They're not military from what you guys can see. They seem out of the ordinary to everyone except for one of you. You see a group of several dozen men. In the village down at the bottom. Each of them appear to be lined themselves in different forms of outerwear and togas. None of them seem to look like they are ready for battle, but each of them are carrying with them a large spear, some of them other weapons as well. But mostly they just appear to be marching, as if they're marching throughout the area. Some of them are off to the side, seemingly just sort of lazing about or maybe waiting for their turn or something, but a good half of them are just marching down the streets of the area down below. As you see these toga wearing, spear wielding soldiers down beneath you, they don't seem to look up in any of your directions as they're moving. Despite the fact that you're decently sure that with Nikolai here, you should be relatively visible, you guys do note that you are still within the range of where that target is, which seems to, for the moment, stop them from really clocking you, at least from what you can tell, Stray. They are people that seem like they are out of this time. That being said, they don't look it in the face. As you watch them marching about, some of them seem to have very modern, almost looking builds, and a couple of them seem to have almost different shades in their hairs, as if things are going down. Most of them are wearing the same kind of haircut, very uniform, very showing, but again, it seems like they are mostly some kind of mismatch between way back then and now. That being said, you see these marching soldiers.
Where the hell are these clowns?
I don't know.
Miru,
Hmm.
upon looking at them, you do find that some of them, while you can't tell anything immediately from staring to them, they are giving off a feeling similar to what you felt whenever you look at Stray.
Oh. I don't think that's right. They feel like you, Stray.
Like me? Like servants?
Mm.
Oh.
I thought there was only a couple of you, but at the same time, what I see when I look at them and what I see when I look at you, there's a lot of blanks.
Yeah, I thought there were only supposed to be a few as well. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, there appear to be at the very least, and this is lowballing it from what you guys are looking at, there is at the very least around 4 dozen of them.
It's like being in a library and every book is blank.
So you said they're just basically like patrolling?
Some of them are patrolling. There are others who seem to be resting, sort of lazing about. As you are looking for the target, you do know that in order to get to the target, you will have to go past them. That being said, you're decently sure that whatever this target is doing, it is at the very least blocking their notice of you. That being said, they haven't clocked you all as threats. They haven't clocked you all like looking at like too much. But as you are all standing there, one of the ones who are resting does seem to have taken notice of you, but seem to just sort of go back to whatever they were doing. So you're not invisible. They're just not caring about you right now. Huh, weird. So is this still Stray Power Hour or all hands on deck?
I mean,
I would have assumed all hands. This one
I
seems
feel
a little
like-
serious.
I feel like if this is a war, isn't the first rule of war to pick your battles?
Yeah,
Be the second one too, I don't know.
I think we should just consider it the number one rule in our position to just pick and choose when we can. And I think it might be best for us to pick a better fight a different day.
You will
I'm
have to make your
confident,
way.
but-
You will have to make your way in to get to the target, unless you guys want to fire at it from afar. But you're not sure whose attention you'll get if you do that.
I mean, they don't really seem to be acknowledging us as any kind of threatening, so maybe we could just walk through?
Nope.
There's the look to Ami as she says what she says.
Cool. Yo, check this out.
Mhm.
What are you thinking, Ami?
Can I do the thing?
Which thing are you wanting
Do
to
the
do?
thing.
I want to just walk through them.
You can. Again, it doesn't feel like any of them really seem to give you much notice. When you get close, when you get, again, within like a hex of this person, he's seemingly sitting and drinking at a table. When you get that close, he does seem to turn towards you and look to you with a bit of a raised brow, but then goes back to drinking.
Oh. Bonus challenge.
Mhm.
When you get around here,
Oh,
you will take note that he seems to look over toward you and again take notice of you, but go back to drinking.
he just has his hand in his pockets, just, nonchalantly just kind of.
When you get
Avoiding.
closer, when you are within 2
Okay.
hexes of him, he does seem to, for a moment, just sort of stare over at you. It is up to you whether or not you want to get within 1 hex of him or not.
I guess we're playing with fire today.
It's just giving him these guys a wider and wider berth.
All right, so here's the bonus challenge.
Yeah, sure.
Ready your bow and shoot through 12 dozen cleanly.
Jesus fucking Christ, are you serious?
Again,
Hello.
you're decently sure that if you were to fire your arrow at this point without seeing the target, you will most likely draw attention.
I want to fucking die.
Shoot through 12 dozen cleanly. You'll be the new king. Sit down at the throne with Nikolai as your queen.
Motherfucker.
Let the arrow fly.
She just points towards them. I'm getting my epic references. Fuck you.
No.
I'd prefer not to use violence unless I have to.
You don't think your
No.
aim is true? Then I'd rather die than grow old with the worst of you.
We'll stand here though. I'll stand here though.
Interesting and weird.
Ami and Michael.
Yes. I'm just kind of waiting for the rest of comment. Like, come on, like, what?
After that, Actaeon would have definitely started going as well.
As you guys would step forward, you would see that again, the people seem to be patrolling off in the area in front of you. The 2 of you getting closer, you would start noticing that there are more people who are seemingly sharing a place about here. You do find that there are seemingly a fair few maidens as well about here. Who seem to be off on their own tables. Some of them appear to be taking trays of drink toward some of the ones who are going off and patrolling, while others just mostly seem to be sort of like off on their own, just seemingly staring off into space.
The guys dressing up was one thing. This has been a little weird.
Yum, 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 yum. Hey there, Daddy-O. Was really more of a me thing. Honestly shocked you got this far.
Well, what do you mean? Yeah, what do you have some? Do you have some kind of special talent of some kind that I'm not aware of?
They haven't been
Looks like
listening.
Well, I'm here, so look at that. I guess, it's an us thing now. Funny that.
I will assume that the others would have made their way over by now at this point.
Yeah.
Keeping
Alright, so
themselves
we're-
a good distance away from the ones who are sitting, but also keeping yourself somewhat over there. I will say that even here, with Stray and Nikolai, you guys would again get a passing glance from some of the people, and then they would just go about their day.
You know, I feel like we're already halfway there.
You feel that the target is seemingly just up ahead. That being said, you can't really see it. Nothing is jumping out at you from here. Whoa, living on a prayer.
Let me get out. Yeah, just let me get out my rosary. That'll help us out, surely. Oh, I suppose
You said you're getting out your rosary?
I said, let me, like, he said, I didn't mean it literally. It's like, he just.
Oh, living on a prayer. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you planning to do? What's going on there?
Yeah. No, it's like, let me just get out my rosary. It'll probably help us out with that. But I suppose just nowhere to go but forward.
You guys going to go forward, seemingly weaving between all the people?
I'm just trying to stay out of people's way. We're just. Yeah. It's like I've never left. I'm just trying to go about my business.
As Ami is walking through the area, you will take note that unless Ami gets within like 1 hex of a person, they don't usually notice them at all. Whenever you start walking, there are looks that are coming from people that are in your immediate vicinity. But again, as long as you don't get too close to them, they don't seem to take too much of a look towards you. As the others are making their way beyond where the people are marching, I would like for everybody but Ami to please roll me for their instinct, please. And by instinct for you, I mean roll me for your... Give me magic. There, Stray.
Okay.
Instinct from Stray, magic, or no, instinct from everybody else, magic from Stray.
Ooh, neat. 21.
21's pretty good. Also, roll me twice more, Nikolai.
7. Okay, 17 plus 5 is
11
22.
with ability, right?
This would be your instinct.
Instinct. Okay, so that's a 12 for Miru.
Okay. 12. And Ami did not have to roll.
16.
I got a 16. And what did you get? You got a 17?
17 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.
I think so. Yeah, everybody passed this easily. All right. Miru, cool. You do find that as you are walking through the area, watching in as the others are taking their way forward, the others are mostly unnoticed. That being said, Miru, as everybody seems to be going off and turning around a corner here at this large area, because again, you guys are like in the center of like a town-like area. As you guys turn off and around, Miru, you hear a nice night for a party, huh?
Just kind of turn towards the source.
You hear what appears to be the sound of an older gentleman, as he appears to be looking over in your direction and seems to have a flagon of some kind of a drink out in front of them. As they're looking over towards you, he gives a smile as if he was expecting someone to make their way toward his table.
A party?
That's what everybody else is treating it as, right?
I guess so.
Come on,
We're
come
just
sit.
making our way. We're just making our way, and I'm designated driver.
When you say we're, he does seem to look around as he seems to, for a second, notice the others with you. Oh, you're with a party. Sorry. My bad. I thought you were alone. I won't get in your hair then.
Thank you.
Do we all?
Yep.
We don't
It
all
was just a man talking to Miru. They were the only one that he noticed.
Okay.
But now he does seem to look to the four of you like with oh, you're with people. My bad. I won't take up your time. He seems to be perfectly fine with you guys going on without him. He just takes a big drink of the drink that he has in his hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep on moving.
A clarification question.
What's up?
Dico.
What's up?
You said that these people are like they look like modern age people, but they're wearing like old timey clothes.
Some
right?
of them look like they're
a-
modern age. Some of them
like
look
a
like they
toga party.
have. Yeah, some of them look like they're just like a bunch of college guys, fucking dressed up in togas. But a lot of them also seem to really sort of sell it. There's a mix between.
Okay, so it's attire that I would somewhat recognize.
Yep.
Like
These are definitely attires that you would have seen people wearing around your time.
Okay.
Like not probably exactly your time, but around your time.
Mm.
You also spent most of your time in a forest, though, so who knows?
I mean, he grew
I know,
up
I'm playing.
in a city.
They
So,
do
yeah.
they do very much look like people from your age, at least dressed
Okay.
in that way.
Okay.
You guys have anything you want to do here? Do you want to keep going?
No, I think it's best if we just kind of slip in and out, real surgical like.
Of course. You guys, at that point, make your way going forward. He gives a wave over towards you, Miru, as you go, before he looks back toward some of the other members who are seemingly just marching back and forth, and eventually appears like a woman makes their way over toward him and goes to fill his drink again. At this point, you guys make your way around toward the center of where the town seems to be. There are still many people off and about, just sort of walking their way around. But you do take note whenever you step out into the center of the area, from what appears to be Stray, you see a manhole on the ground. You're not sure exactly what it is for a moment until you're like, oh, sewage, I know that.
Yeah.
And you look toward the manhole as you do find that the feeling that you're getting is coming from the manhole. Whatever it is that you have to destroy seems to be just below there.
I guess down we go.
When I say just below there, I mean that you most likely can handle it just by opening it.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess just remove it then.
Yep. You make your way over, you go to lift up the manhole cover. Nobody really seems to pay you any mind as you do. Do the four of you do anything while Stray is getting ready to take out the final target? I will wait for Lynn to say things as well.
I'm just kind of looking around, just surveying, just
Keeping an eye out, yeah.
Mostly, there just appears to be a party. Every now and then, some of the people who are marching seem to go off from where they are to join with the festivities, and it appears that another person would take their place. They appear to have a setup right now where several dozen of them are marching all at once, keeping the area safe for the others who are just seemingly partying.
What are they celebrating, actually?
Oh, seriously? The sewers? Just pulling your leg. Use them all you want, or use them all the time.
You crawl through the sewers on a regular basis.
Actually, pretty fun to wander around. And
Stinky.
sorry, didn't see that. Stinky.
Yeah, I'm with her on that one.
So you'd think that.
Most because it's probably right.
Nah, pretty dang sanitary.
Mhm.
It's mostly water. Not many people here anyway.
Mhm.
That being said.
Tell you what, if we have an emergency and we need to do it, fine, I'll jump down a manhole cover.
Good to know.
Oh, that is
I'll
what
be
the
sure
baths
to
are for.
I'll be sure to make a sewage map for all of you guys.
Oh man, the sewer level. I hate these.
I hate the poison swamp.
Double finger double finger guns from Mommy.
Just a single finger
Fucking-
gun in response. Just
Fucking
out of
poison
pocket.
swamp.
It's poison swamp.
Stray,
oh my god,
you
we can use
open-
finger guns in context.
You can.
Yeah, we can.
You don't have to do
People
finger
have to do, like,
crossbows.
finger crossbows or some shit.
Just finger guns.
Wow, Stray, look at all those guys giving finger crossbows over there.
What's a crossbow?
Look at all those guys doing finger regular bows over there.
These weird. What are they doing finger spears for?
Finger spears.
Weird hand motion for a spear, but okay.
Finger ballistae. But no, you bring your hand up. You find that there is a target, at least a feeling like one just below you. You bring the final arrow out, and you just sort of let it fall from your hands. As it does, you see it crack against some kind of magic just below the surface of where the sewer was. And once that is cracked, you feel that all 5 of the areas are now gone. Upon that being the case, all of you feel a sense of magic back behind you. As you immediately all feel a presence coming back from the church. Doesn't seem like anybody here seemed to have noticed much, though. Luckily, you guys did not try to fire at it from afar and then fucking destroy a sewer grate and like explode the area in the center of town.
Mission accomplished. Look at that. Easiest job of my life. That's not true. I've had like 7 easier ones, but that's neither here nor there. We should leave. Actually, what do you think of keeping the beer?
Do you want to make your way over toward one of the areas where they're holding beer?
We can grab a keg and go. Let's just
I
carry
think
it.
I'm fine. It's probably warm anyway if it's been out here.
It's no problem. I'm sure you have freezer at home, yeah?
It's beer in a freezer.
Yeah, and I also have my own beer.
You know what? What am I even saying? Let's go home.
It's like, do I look like, what the fuck? Street beer? What the fuck?
I do think Acteon would be curious enough to like ask one of these people a question or two.
Do you want to make your way over to anybody in particular?
Maybe just the one that like talked to Miru for a sec.
Sure.
Hmm?
As you guys start making your way back, you would notice that the man who was getting his drink refilled is seemingly all alone again at his table. As you guys walk back, you guys see that Stray seems to stop and look over toward them before approaching. Welcome back.
I had a question for you if you don't mind.
You can't have a question without a drink. Come on.
What is this?
Oh, this stuff here? It's really good. We call it Dionysus's Grace.
I'm sorry, you call it what?
It's Dionysus's Grace. You want to hit?
Good, never mind.
Don't be like that. Come on. It's real nice.
I've had enough to drink tonight. I should probably get back.
You know what? In the spirit of partying and friendship, my good friend puts a hand on Stray's shoulder. I'll drink for you. How about that?
I really don't recommend it. Like whispering to Michael.
The serving
time,
lunch is
right?
obviously. You're looking at the girls with us around. Wow, rude. Muttering to herself, Lore.
Look, it's Dionysus. It's like a wine, right? It's wine. Come on.
That's not just wine, my friend. It's divine. Straight off divine. If you catch my drift.
I like you.
Tish.
Look, how about just look? It'll be me. I'm fine. I can handle my drink. Believe me.
I'm sorry if you turn into a ravenous monster that tries to rip someone's face off.
What?
I didn't think the leopard would eat my face.
Wait, what?
No, I mean, no one else is. So.
Do you want to take a drink? He's holding out a drink towards you.
Do you know, I know you're a priest, but does that not mean that you should educate yourself on other pantheon?
I know all about
Dionysus?
that one.
Okay,
Besides-
what is he the god of?
Wine.
Uh-huh, what
And?
else?
A good time.
That's
He takes it.
not the main one.
Boy, also, as someone in my old position, I need to taste to ensure that it's the right kind of vintage.
It's not the blood of Christ.
I was talking about that.
It's pagan. You're committing a sin.
You know what? So was everything before they came around.
Do
He
you
just takes,
at this
he takes
point?
a drink.
I was
Yeah,
going
he
to
takes
say
a
at
drink.
this point you either are drinking or you're not.
Drinking.
So.
Yeah, after that, he just swigs it.
It's just as he swings it, Mira just looks at Ami.
He's gonna die.
Fucking Ami looks over toward where Nikolai is. Hey, Big Daddy, I think your partner has a problem.
What is wrong?
As you
Oh.
take a big drink of the Dionysus's whatever I said, go ahead and roll me for your willpower, please.
Yeah, sure.
You have 3 fleetings.
I actually also forgot it was like Dionysus is something.
I said something, I just did not remember. I'm a fucking idiot, and I already closed my notes. So
Dionysus Grace.
there we go. Thank you.
Yeah, Grace.
It's fine. I'm fine.
You're using 2
Willpower's a
of
stat I
your
haven't
inspiration.
written.
That's going to be a +2. You're rolling for your
Sorry.
willpower.
So I've doubled my willpower. That's a 4.
Yep, you're rolling a +4 with 4 fleetings.
Okay.
First roll,
Is it going to be enough for a sacrifice?
It's a 2.
No. Nope.
second roll.
Oh,
13, that's pretty okay.
13. Okay. 17 max. That's the highest roll we've got.
It's a natural 20.
Okay. Told
We're
you I
getting a
was
lot of
fine.
those today.
I told you I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah, guys, I'm fine. I just had to fish out the 20.
Don't worry about that.
You see Michael take a big drink. As they do, Michael, this is some of the best shit you've ever had. You completely down it as you go through, and you just bring the flagon down onto the table in front of you like, oh man.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, you weren't kidding. That is the best drink I've ever had in my life.
Just imagine Miru is actually watching the rerolls. They're just seeing like the Baldur's Gate 3 dice roll happen in front of them.
She can see the board.
It's just that thing of like he takes it back and just for her time freezes while 5 dice roll.
Jesus.
Yeah,
And
for
this
her,
is
it's
why
like
she
fucking
thinks
Tiny
the way
Tina's
she
Wonderland.
does.
Yeah, this is why this shit is weird. But no, you drink that down. As you do, you feel good from that. In fact, you feel so good that first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you another one of these.
Oh,
You're gonna get another one of these things that increase your gauge. Good for
it's
you.
like the bell from Kingdom Hearts.
But not only
Sometimes
that,
rang the bell.
Stray.
Mm-hmm.
Someone around you just gained a decent bit of magic. Here you go, buddy.
Oh,
There's a new
my
stat for you.
favorite.
Hold on. Let's all know exactly where this is coming from. Give me a second. There you go.
Make it red.
You can put that anywhere you want to, buddy.
I hate that you've done this.
The thing of like,
Where's your first
boy, do I
Michael
want
setup?
to? Oh yeah.
You're
I'm
welcome.
gonna-
A black hole is a spot you could put it.
What are you
You know
typing?
what, why not?
Perfect.
There
That
we
makes
go.
a lot of sense.
Michael drank this. You remarked the event where it came from on the stat.
Michael drank Dionysus wine. Yep.
And he's perfectly fine.
You are perfectly fine. In fact, again, you feel great whenever you drink this down.
Ooh.
You feel like a sense of magic come over you. And as this happens, you just see like this man, he gives you a pat on the back like, ah, perfect. That's the kind of man I can get behind.
Oh, you're all right, buddy. What's your name?
Jonas, you?
Just call me Mike.
All right, Mike. If you ever want to try some more of this, come on by. You're a pretty good drinking buddy.
Greek.
What was
Careful,
that?
he's Greek.
This kind of man can get behind.
Careful, he's Greek. It's a
I'll say, if you ever actually find time to stay around for one of these, it gets pretty wild whenever the sun starts to come up.
Oh, really? One of those, man.
When they say that, both Miru and Ami, you guys know the sun does not really come up here.
Michael doesn't know that.
It sure doesn't.
You just sort of feel whenever time is passing, mostly.
Jeez. Well, then I'll have to come by when that's all happening.
Yeah, make sure to bring your way over. Look for me. These other kids, they're a bit tight.
I can tell.
I'll see you later, friend.
I could make joke, but I will not.
Yeah, I'll catch you around, buddy. Don't drink too much while I'm gone now. Save some for when I get back.
I'll have a barrel ready for you.
You gotta make it 2 or 3. I'm gonna get this one to come in with it too. He thumbs over to Nikolai.
Oh, make it 4.
See, now we're talking. Now we're talking.
4. I am no lightweight.
Oh, okay. All
We'll
right,
see you put your stomach where your eyes are, big friend.
Let me tell you something, little guy. I have potato blood running through my veins.
I bet you do.
And it is vodka.
He seems to be having the time of his life. He's like, oh shit, this is the best night I've had in a while.
I like that guy. All right, that's good getting before I actually stay here forever.
I accidentally made
You feel like now that you say that, you feel like you possibly could.
I accidentally fucking stalked the meme. I have potato blood running through my face.
Good job.
You did it.
Somewhere Ada awakens.
You guys march your way out of the area and you guys start making your way back up the hill. I'm guessing once you guys go away from the big group of people might want to say things to each other. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's some giggling from Ami.
What are you so giggling for?
That ended up going better than expected.
Yeah, everything has to be doom and gloom.
Seriously.
But at the same time, I feel like... How do I explain this?
So yeah, the sun doesn't rise here, by the way.
What?
Yeah, the sun doesn't rise here. It hasn't for 4 years.
Looks up at sky.
Very
That's
dark.
what it always has been.
It's very dark. It has sort of almost like a reddish hue over.
I thought it was just like sundown or something. What time is it?
It's like 4 o'clock.
Morning?
Afternoon.
Afternoon?
It's around like 7 or 8.
Witness, the world is threatened once again.
Good question. It's probably one of those, yeah.
Anyhow, it seems like you had... It doesn't make sense when I explain it.
Oh,
You used 5 chances.
Are you fucking
What?
kidding me?
Nico said it.
Sure.
Nico said it's how I see shit.
Sure, fuck it.
What do you mean 5? No,
You only had 1 chance. The first one didn't work, but it looks like the gods were on your side and gave you 4 more. And you needed at least, well, they gave you more chances and you used up 4 more. I see, it doesn't make sense.
No.
Yeah, you barely understand what you're saying, but you're saying something.
The gods.
I mean,
Surely Dorothy is not drunk.
I mean,
No.
I don't get it, but I'm happy.
I guess your people would have called it a prophet. Father called it psychic.
Psychic.
I don't understand that much either.
Interesting. So I don't feel like I had multiple chances there. I'm pretty sure I just gambled with my one life. I only ever get one, right?
You sure did do that. You sure did gamble with your life.
The thing is, it feels like an instant, but I see an eternity.
Also, don't think we didn't notice that reaction. You got some history there. I'm guessing looking over towards Stray.
Well, yeah, he's Greek. Look at his clothes.
Oh, yeah, you know what? That reminds me. You never asked your question. Look at me risking my life, and you didn't even do the thing you wanted to do.
Well, once I learned that they were followers of Dionysus, and I didn't really care anymore. I don't want to hear anything they have to say.
Is he that bad?
To be trusted from that man.
I mean, I'm fine.
Dionysus. I heard of this name before. Here he is, god of what you might call it, getting drunk.
That is reductive. Yes, madness.
Yes,
whenever Stray says madness, all of you can immediately tell that there's almost like a bit of magic that comes from their mouth when they say that. Apparently 4 shots of reality say you weren't, gestures to Miru, and then that happens. You guys feel almost like a spell off of the tongue of Stray when they say madness.
Do I feel that?
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
They're your masters. They can know things about you that you don't.
Gotcha. No, it's cool.
One way to explain it, yes. When you fail a chance, it is overwritten by reality until you fail that one, and it's replaced by another reality, like changing underwear. I've unlocked time.
So I changed 4 pairs of underwear with drinking a single flagon of wine.
It's like every chance you failed, you shit yourself.
Unlimited shit works.
Unlimited shit works. I mean, we did just leave the sewer, so.
Mira has the straightest face as she says this, but I couldn't do it.
I was waiting for Squeaky to fucking lose it. I did not know how to
I've just been watching the expressions change over on Ami, and they have the perfect one right now.
just like, yeah.
I'm dying here.
It's like changing underwear after every reality you fail and you shit yourself.
Okay, we need to use a different descriptor for my chances at reality now. Like immediately. I don't want to have this. Sure, that's way better. Let's go with that. Why'd you start with the other thing? Never mind.
Don't
it's
gamble.
Fine. Hey, life's always a gamble.
You
well,
guys
that's neither here nor there.
Find yourselves at the top of the hill, just outside of the gate that would take you into the church. Once again, you were told that as soon as the targets were taken care of, that the vessel for the Grail would be able to show itself and they would be able to grab it. You do note that in the doorway of the church currently, you do see a ruler standing there, holding on to what appears to be a golden chalice in their hands.
Guess that's the magic grails you're talking about. I didn't think it'd be literal. Well, there's that story about Arthur and his.
Hey, sweet
Gaggle.
cup. It's whenever Ami calls out that Ruler seems to look over, as if just noticing you guys, and then sort of like half walking, half like running in your direction, just sort of like a fast step with the cloak sort of flowing behind them. You drop kick her. As she rushes off in your directions, she catches up with the five of you.
Coming up with the jacket again.
You come up, you slide forward, you throw the jacket off and put it in front of them as they stop in front, like, thank you. That was a lot quicker than I expected. I got you, boo.
Oh, you know.
Thank you. You may call me whatever you wish.
Really? Not too easy. Anyway.
Except for... Never mind. As I was saying, that was a lot quicker than I expected. Whenever I felt the first four go off, I was wondering what had happened, but it seems that you were able to show off a bit. Were you not, Stray?
Yeah, I'd say so.
How big is this chalice she's holding?
It appears to be larger than, you would hold in like a single hand. It is not like something that you would find someone would immediately go for. That being said, if Nikolai were to hold it, it would look like a regular chalice. It about twice, if not 3 times the width of an actual chalice.
Miru takes the chungus that she's been holding and just puts it in the cup.
He has slain.
You put the bunny in the cup?
Yes, he has slain the rabbit of Cabernog.
She looks to the bunny you put into the cup. She looks back at you. She looks down to the bunny. Wonderful.
We will feast upon the rabbit of Cabernog.
You're just full of references, aren't you?
That would be...
Damn it.
That would be rather well. I believe it. If we were to make it well enough, then it would be delicious.
Well, I hope so.
I did not think that I did not think there were bunnies this fat around the church.
There's also just the slowest look back to Michael.
I see past and future running free.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I want to scream.
All I hear are those.
All I hear are those.
Meanwhile, freaking Stray is just like, yeah, she's a prophet. This checks out. She's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that checks out. I've seen prophets talk like that before.
Yeah, that one Oracle is.
In hell.
Also, yes, Monty Python came out in 1975.
Yeah,
nice.
It's true. Well, I'm glad we didn't have to have a whole grenade situation to get the rabbit, considering how big it is, but let's go. I'm starving. And honestly, all that wine makes you hungry.
Before we go, I would like to do one final thing. I would like to see, if possible, if I can find the one who could be closest to us. I would like to make sure that whatever threat we may face on the way, it is one that we can handle. Could you give me another minute, please? They will hold the bunny grail over toward Miru.
She will take it.
As you take it, Miru, would you like to roll me for your experience, please?
Oh, experience.
I thought it was going to be a roll for strength. The grail feels like a car.
It's gonna be that thing of like, if she sees shit, she's just gonna stare. She's just gonna stand there staring to space, and that's nothing new.
You have one fleeting. That's a 19 already.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Fish for that 20. Let's go.
20.
No.
16.
Whenever you
that was a 19.
whenever you take hold of this, I'm gonna send you a message,
Oh.
and you can
Whispers.
react or not as much as you would like to it. Da-da-da. There you go.
Oh. Oh.
That is up to you to do anything you would like with, but that is something you will have note of until you ever decide to use it.
There is like the way that she responds to this is the slightest widening of her eyes, and then there's a squint, and then it's just,
Oh, I see.
Ruler seems to close her eyes. As she does, she seems to start saying something under her breath. Looking to her, it is unfortunately not very easy to follow her mouth movements behind her veil. That being said, the one who is closest to them would most likely be able to note, as well as the one who can see see inside of a person's home from 200 miles
What
away.
about my super ears?
You guys would take note that they appear to be almost reciting some kind of a story. They seem to be talking as if they are reciting the beginning to a tale. As they start off with "Once upon a time." It seems to be followed by the seemingly beginnings of, from what you guys can tell, to be the tale of Sinbad. As she begins to start doing this, as she begins to start saying this, Michael, you in particular would find that there is a bit of a magical glow coming from your pocket, as you see the page that you have seems to give off a glow.
Ah.
As this happens, she begins to talk faster and faster as the amount of the chatter seems to quicken to a point where not even the ears that you have, your super good ears, or your eyes can fully track the amount of words she's saying per minute. As she gets to the end, she seems to open her eyes as there is a slight glow to them, and everyone can feel a wind coming from them that seems to push your various capes, coats, and hairs off from around you.
All right.
I feel him.
I thought you didn't want us looking for a fight.
I just want to make sure that we can avoid one. The closest one to us is, unfortunately, Berserker.
Sound good?
I do not believe we should have a problem, however. Berserker does not listen to his master. If they're the one closest, as long as they don't find interest here, we should be able to be out of here in relative ease.
Can you say things out loud like that?
Please, Miru, if you would not mind, take us where we need to go. They bring their hand over toward where your bike is, Miru. As they do, unfortunately, you can't take a bike with everybody here. So she seems to bring her hand out to it, and your bike seems to almost miniaturize and bring itself over to her hand as she hands it out to you.
Well, that's gonna be difficult to get home.
We need to stick together as much as we can. And we need to make less noise. We never know who's listening. Until we get the Grail somewhere safe, we cannot let the others know our movements.
Who's Miru?
Oh, my bad, Bulma.
Not cool.
They would have said Bulma. My bad.
Yeah, Bulma.
Jeez. Oh, right. We didn't. I got teleported here. I left my car back at. Oh, man. I left.
We're going to be playing stealth to get back.
God damn it.
As
Yeah,
long as
looks
we
like
do
it.
not do anything that will gain or that will get the attention of Berserker, we should be fine.
Let's take the back alleys then. Should be easy enough. No one ever walks them anyway, and now even less people apparently.
Just to make sure, target-wise, map-wise, where exactly are we? Just so I can... We're still at the church? Okay.
Yep, you are currently right at, we're going to say, this dot that I'm going to leave behind here. Boop, you're currently there.
Okay.
So you're not that far away. You guys could either move your way through the forest, move your way through the city, or some mix of the two.
I'll check it. God damn it.
Since Miru's the only one that knows where they're going, it is up to you which direction you want to go. You know that it would be faster to probably go along the city because there's not nearly as many like things in the way.
Obstacles and woods.
That being said, the woods are relatively safe and away from things, but you're not sure exactly how quick it will be.
Which is funny because looking at the line, you would think the woods would be faster because you're just cutting through.
Yes, but these are very thick. These are very
woods.
thick woods. Yeah.
It's the woods.
Yeah.
People underestimate forests. It's funny.
It might be safer and quicker to go through the city. The woods are very dense.
I'll leave it up to all of you.
But I have no idea where the hell we're going, so...
I see you recommending the sewers, but the closest manhole is a little ways away from my home. It would just add time.
I will say, when it comes to the idea of going through the woods, one of you in particular is pretty well off when it comes to woodland.
Yeah, one of
things.
us is...
I also don't know where the house is though, so...
Or the sewers. My bad.
Yes, if we push trees over.
If you say so, all good.
If it was anyone else, I would actually have some genuine doubt. I don't know.
You flash back to whenever he absolutely obliterated the iron cage.
Just like, maybe you could. I genuinely don't know you.
While I don't doubt our spry buck of a hunter here, I fear that our trophy kill is going to attract predators.
Then we kill predators and we eat them. That is all there is to it.
That's going to be a lot of meat to bring back.
There's a lot of meat for me to eat.
I only have 2 extra fridges.
Yeah, I go down. It goes down really quickly.
I'll handle it. Gimme. What you gimmying?
What you gimmying? What am I gimmying?
What you want to gimme at? What's the?
I'm keeping this cup. Oh, the rabbit.
The rabbit.
Yeah. No, you can hold on to the rabbit. He's a chunky fellow, though. He's a big chunker.
Big chunker.
I need to keep him as whole as possible. I've got plans for that chunker.
Oh, he just has like a very tiny cut. Like it was very much like taken out with the quickest and most efficient like needle almost.
It's like that bunny from The Last of Us.
Crazy.
Nuh-uh, man. This is the part where
Absolutely fucking cracked.
I like it when you call me Big Chungus. Throw your hands.
God damn it. So, I'd say the forest might be genuinely a good idea with Stray here. City street navigation's pretty damn easy too, and all in all, Bulma here needs this would be the one to guide us, so I'll go with whatever. Not the first time I had to travel through the woods, so I'm good with whatever we decide.
That's 2 for the forest. 3 for the forest, actually. I think we're getting outvoted.
I said even more. That's whatever the vote is.
Look, as long as we get back to house and eat, I don't really give a shit.
Then
I mean,
the kitten
Like
says
that,
the kitten says forests. The forest we go.
all right.
Okay.
I don't think I like rocket pop more.
Good to know. As you guys say that you'll be going through the forest, you find that Ruler gives a nod toward all of you. As we go, keep your wits about you. Tactics as far as ambushing and, well, any kind of warfare that would take place in uneven terrain is Berserker's specialty. But, again, I don't believe that we are in too much danger of them at the moment, unless we give them a reason to see us as a threat. Let's move forward as quickly as we can.
All right.
Forest works for me, might as well. As you guys start making your way toward the trees, we will see what Lynn is typing. What about you, Nason? Which one's Nason?
The bike. The bike's been turned
yeah,
into a toy.
Nason's a tiny little toy right now.
That's why it was like, well, I guess we're walking because she's turned.
Nason is Nachon now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm just imagining Ami just goes over to your hand where you have a tiny bike and they're just talking down at it. As you guys step into the woods, you guys surrounding the one known as Ruler, just sort of making sure that they go through. Ami making sure to be ready in case any gusts of wind happen to come through.
Jesus.
So ready.
I think that with all that being said, this will be the end of the first session of 8 / Days Lost. The slash is important.
TM.
Hell yeah.
We did it!
Yeah.
You guys got through
session
my
1.
Dionysus puzzle.
You're welcome.
There will
And we
never be
broke-
any more Dionysus puzzles.
Yeah, I'm sure that's correct.
You're welcome in the future.
I mean, we just brute forced it. So
Yeah.
Brute force is such a strong way of describing it.
Do you want it? No, I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna bring it up. I'll bring it up next time. You have to do the save. But yeah, that was fun. We have a lot of fun. Yay! Good job, everybody. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
You go check DM real
Fun
quick.
session.
I will
Raid is
check it
adorable.
real quick. I suppose. Oh my god.
What?
Okay, there has to be something I have to show before we leave.
What happened?
Kreb did a great thing.
I'm sad that there was no reactions on Din's thing they did for Acteon
Oh,
What?
in the RP chat. It tagged you, Eric.
Oh, right, that. Okay.
It's great. It's so funny.
let me look. Let me go look.
It's just a simple edit, but
I
it's
didn't even realize that I didn't realize that was an edit. I just thought
It has
that
a little
was-
scarf on it. Yeah.
yeah, it's great.
Let's go ahead and I can't believe you already have another toggle. That's so crazy.
What?
I can't believe you already have another toggle.
What?
Oh my
What do you mean?
god.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Oh my god! He made an April Fool's for you!
That is so fucking funny.
Holy shit!
Someone send me that. I gotta have that.
Oh my fucking god!
This
Look
is
at
what would have
him.
happened if he drank the wine.
Is that? Wait, is this the chippy? Correct. I asked for a chippy. Am I getting one too?
That is amazing. That
Look
is,
at
that is
him.
precious.
Look at him.
Holy fucking shit, dude! Look at that. That's fucking crazy.
But yeah,
That is incredible.
we are going to end the recording here. I hope everybody had fun. We will come back to this next week with some more things from the group. I am definitely happy with how the games are going. It is there's a much different vibe, and I'm down for it. I'm super down for things going on. We are going to come back to this next week, and until next time, guys, like always, later days.
Dos
Bye
vidam.
bye.
Bye bye.